day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
A very good morning, Sanbonani Moloedi Dumelang Bakhaithu. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And yes, the countdown to Christmas has begun. Only 10 days to go. Can you believe it? And so to bring in that festive cheer, we have Tracy Carter and Crushed Velvet Band to perform especially for you today. Then we find out from Woolworths what the perfect flowers are to have on your festive table, plus alfresco and an alfresco Christmas table setting ideas from Megan Pedro. You have all of that to look forward to, and so much more on your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this Monday. We're about to get underway. So let's say hey to the rest of the team. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
So lekker.
Vive la France! Can I say that? Am I allowed?
You had to say Vive la France. It was maybe difficult for me to see Morocco, but it is one of those things.
That's the way that cookie crumbles. Fantastic night of football. I think all of us have got that dream final. We feel the pain for our African brothers. An unbelievable World Cup for Morocco. But yes, it's going to be France up against Argentina in that final on Sunday. So we're loving that. We're also loving the fact that the weekend is around the... We can call it a plain Vrydag, eh?
Well, given the fact that it's a public holiday tomorrow, it's basically the weekend. Today is basically the Friday.
And tomorrow, we braai.
That's
friend.
it. So you're all weekend, eh?
You're my guy. You are like that guru when it goes to changing up the braai, okay? Because you do something, you've got an extra sensory perception of the braai space. What's your secret? What's that one thing you do to add that X factor to a braai?
Understand that when you apply heat to meat, you need to give it a seat. So what it means is that when people braai, they often want to burn the meat, like lamb and lean meats, etc. Sausage casing is a casing for a reason. So that is something that you also can let rest as well. You know how people like to look at the color of the meat to determine if it's cooked or not? But it'll do its thing if you rest it.
I give it the knuckle push, just to, okay.
And that's it. So just, I feel like rest the meat. While you rest, let the meat rest. That's it.
Bacon and banana societies. That's mine. That's my contribution. We'd love to hear yours today. Please let us know. What's that extra special thing that you're adding to your braai? Drop us a voice note this morning. We'd love to hear from you throughout the show. 063-408-8863. What makes your braai day extra special? It doesn't even have to be food, to be honest. And we're going to have a lot of fun today. And yes, we will be chewing on that World Cup gristle just after 7 o'clock, saying good morning, Qatar. But right now, let's say good morning, South Africa, with those news headlines.
Yeah, a bacon banana society. That's got you going, yeah, very interesting. Well, the time now, just 2 minutes past 6 o'clock. Let's take a look at the news headlines on this morning. The chairperson of Eskom's board, Mpho Magwana, has confirmed the resignation of the power supply CEO, Andre de Ruyter. Now, de Ruyter has agreed to stay on until the 31st of March in order to ensure a smooth transition for his successor. Magwana mentioned that de Ruyter said in his letter of resignation that it was an honor to serve Eskom and the country, and he wished all its hardworking employees well. Magwana said the Minister of Public Enterprise, Pravin Gordhan, had stated that de Ruyter carried a heavy burden for the sake of South Africa. Meanwhile, some 30 Mpumalanga teachers are aggrieved after the Education Department removed them from the grade 12 examination marking processes. Now, they were issued with letters revoking their appointments as markers after some learners were allegedly found in possession of crib notes during an examination in several schools in the Bushbuck Ridge area. Now, some of the teachers in question claim they were not consulted before their appointments were revoked. Now, this comes as a heavy blow to Mpumalanga's Education Department, as it had administered incident-free exams for the past 12 years. Taking a look at international news headlines this morning, Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo has said that African countries must wean themselves off begging the West to earn global respect and change poor perceptions about Africa. If we stop being beggars and spend African money inside the continent, Africa will not need to ask for respect from anyone. We will receive the respect we deserve. If we make Africa prosperous, respect will follow, Akufo-Addo said. Now, he made these remarks during the opening of the US-Africa Leaders Summit in Washington and added, "Our destiny as people depends on each other." In other news, China's hospitals are already under such pressure following the country's rapid 180-degree shift in COVID policy that doctors and nurses could be infecting patients. It appears frontline medical workers are being told to come in even if they have the virus themselves, this because of staff shortages. Meanwhile, China is also facing problems with stockpiling after it relaxed its most severe COVID-19 policies last week. Now, people have been rushing to buy ibuprofen, cold medicines, and COVID-19 testing kits amid reports of shortages. And finally, the Klein Karoo National Arts Festival's Revolusie has again joined forces with Oudtshoorn Rotarians to make a difference in the lives of toddlers from the area. Now, the Oudtshoorn Rotarians Christmas Box project aims to put a smile on the faces of kiddies in and around the town every year. Lizalma Pretorius, organizer on behalf of the Rotarians, says their Christmas Box project annually distributes boxes to underprivileged kindergartens in the Oudtshoorn district. Knitted and crocheted woolen toys made with stacks of love by the Revolusie volunteers are in these Christmas boxes. Dozens of knitters from across the Southern Cape have been meeting since the 10th of September to help each other to knit and crochet beautiful bears and other toys. Now, for Pretorius, the project is a wonderful indication of true Ubuntu. Every person can contribute to make a child's heart happy. The joy and love we share with our community's children is truly priceless, she says. Well, on that heartwarming note, that is it for the news at 6 o'clock. We'll take another look at 7. Right now, here's a first reflection at the news from the world of sports with Graham.
And what an emotional world of sports we have been entered into over the last couple of weeks. Let's start with the football. France ended Morocco's World Cup dream as goals from Theo Hernandez and Randall Kolomoani gave the holders a 2-0 win in their semi-final clash last night to set up the showdown I think many of us have been hoping for with Lionel Messi's Argentina. It'll be France's 4th World Cup final in 7 editions. Of course, they're hoping to become the first team since Brazil back some 60 years ago, in fact, to retain the trophy when they take on Argentina at the Lusail Stadium on Sunday. So as for Morocco, they will play the lion-hearted Croatia in the bronze medal match on Saturday. That should be a cracker in itself. Then on to rugby. Lucanio Irban Etzebeth and Sia Khaleesi were nominated for the coveted SA Rugby Player of the Year award for 2022 for a 2nd year running, and will be up against Kurtley Arendse and Frans Malherbe. For the first time, media and SA Rugby stakeholders also voted for the Springbok Women's Player of the Year, with last year's winner, Lusanda Dumka, the 2019 winner, Cesar Hele, as well as Zintle and Pupa, Apiwe Ngwevu and Nadine Roos, all getting the nod. Incredible field. And Judd Dobson, Jacques Ninaba and Jimmy Stonehouse also got the most votes in the category for Coach of the Year. Then on to cricketing news. Sadly off the pitch and on the road this time, former England cricketer Andrew Flintoff's son has said that the 45-year-old was, quote, lucky to be alive following a car crash during the filming of an episode of BBC's Top Gear show. So the 45-year-old who quit cricket back in 2010 and joined Top Gear as a host in 2019 received medical care at the scene before being taken to a hospital, airlifted in fact, with the BBC saying his injuries are not thought to be life-threatening, thankfully. Flintoff was a man of the series back in 2005 in the Ashes for his heroic effort helping England win their first turn in 18 years, in fact. But we certainly wish him well. Then on to tennis. World number 1, Carlos Alcaraz will defend his title at the Barcelona ATP tournament in April. The 19-year-old superstar Spaniard won the clay court event for the first time this year by dispatching compatriot Pablo Carreno Busto in the final. It was the 3rd of 5 titles in 2022, with the pinnacle being, of course, the US Open. He ended the year as the world number 1, expectedly the youngest player to claim that top ranking since they began in 1973. I have a feeling he's going to stay there for a while. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Brand new day ahead of a long weekend. Let's see what the weather has in store.
Thanks a lot, G. It is indeed a long weekend coming through, but let's take a peek at the weather news first. Now, South African cities have been reeling as rains and flash floods continue, leaving many communities struggling amidst rolling blackouts and heavy rains that have dampened the festive spirit by sweeping away homes and trees and, of course, infrastructure as well. Now, many communities in Gauteng KwaZulu-Natal and the Western Cape have been under pressure by insistent rain, rendering daily life difficult. Western Cape Disaster Management says emergency services are still on standby following widespread flooding in the Doorns, Paarl, Malmesbury, Piketberg, the Cape Winelands and the Breede Valley. The rising stages of rolling blackouts are also a blight on the lives of residents, both affected and unaffected by heavy rain. Meanwhile, the SA Weather Service has issued a warning for severe thunderstorms and strong damaging winds and heavy downpours over the eastern Highveld, as well as the escarpment of Mpumalanga and the interior of Limpopo, in parts of Gauteng, as well as the western parts of KwaZulu-Natal. So please be safe out there. Now, from weather news, we head on to those amazing sunrise views. This is my favorite part. I want to make these all my screensaver. Now, first up is Karel Vasaki. Good morning, setting in this beautiful, incredible pastel sunrise with tall, naked trees swaying in the wind out in Welkom. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much. Mersha Stegman from Kariga got up extra early and snapped this shot overlooking the city with pretty yellow hues glimmering up the sky. I love it. And Leroy Chimu out in Zimbabwe sharing this shot of the sun peeking through the branches of the trees. Arusha Singh showing off this ombre sunrise with different shades of orange glowing and the beautiful sky shining through. It looks so good. And last up, Kanye in Durban North, who is sitting outside on a stoop enjoying the sun on her arms, and of course snapping this shot showing off her beautiful garden. It's looking great, a bit of family mixed in there. That is the perfect day and a perfect start to a day as well. 063-408-8863. What does your sunrise look like and where are you from? I'd love to know, so send those ones through. In fact, even if it's a video and anywhere in the world, send it our way. Let's take a peek at the temperatures that you can expect as you start your long weekend. Now, Polokwane, I'll start with you as always. 17 rising to 29. Thunder. Feel the thunder. It's coming for you. 42% chance. Bombela, same for you. 19 and 30 is your temperatures. Now, Pretoria, 17 rising to 29 degrees Celsius. And then Johannesburg, you've got 15 on the cards as you wake up this morning. 27 is how you thaw out later. Mahikeng, 18 to 30. Also thunder for you. Klerksdorp, 17 to 29. 55% chance of thunder. Kimberley, guess what? Thunder, but 19 to 26. And Bloemfontein, 16 rising to 27. Richards Bay, you can expect 22 and 31 as a maximum. A minimum of 18 can be expected in Pietermaritzburg. 27 is the high. Durban, you've got 23 on the cards, and you jump just 3 up to 26 as your maximum. Tata, also 26 max for you, 18 the low. East London, let's go over to you. 19 is the low, rising to 26 degrees Celsius. Cradock, you've got 17 to 31. Gqeberha, you've got 18 to 25. George, 17 to 25 for you at 80% chance of rain. Cape Town, 20 to 25. Worcester, looking good, 31 the max from a low of 19. Sutherland, 27 is your max, and that's from a low of 14. And then Uppington, you wake up to 22, and you're up to 33 degrees Celsius with an 86% chance of thunder. That's it for the weather. Another update in 1 hour, but of course, much more action coming your way right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yeah, trust there's a lot coming your way on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. I'll be in the kitchen with my lovely sister Tando, and we'll be making a non-alcoholic mojito using, do you see that Thermomix, the TM6 Thermomix?
Oh, goodness.
Spaceship-looking kitchen appliance.
It'll have you dreaming of the thing that you've never had that you now know that you absolutely need. It is amazing. And then, of course, the summer sun is out in some parts of the country. We certainly feel for those dealing with incredibly inclement weather across the land. But when the sun's out, you've got to protect your skin. So we've got some great skincare tips with Carl in just a moment and an amazing panel. But first, we refresh and recharge.
Double cream.
Well, that is good, eh?
Delicious.
Oh.
Only you can make my day.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso and you're live in S3. As the scorching summer rolls around, our skin begins to experience a lot of changes. With excessive heat and humidity all day, your skin starts screaming for more protection. So it's essential that you up your skincare game right away to stay away from unwanted summer skin issues. Now, here to tell us exactly how to do that is Dr. Ilse Mori. Of course, we also can call her Mickey, and of course, Dr. Sian Wahid from Derma Clinic. Do you have any questions about skincare? In fact, I want you to throw it at us because we have the best type of panel to answer all of those. 063-408-8863. Ladies, welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You can scare both of your skins. They look fantastic. That's how it goes. Yes, and I can call you Mickey, right?
Perfect.
It's a very, very cool name. I feel like we're chummies now, we're friends.
No, we're definitely chummies now.
Which is great. So, in fact, let me just start with you, Doctor. When it comes to your skin, does it go through changes throughout the year? I mean, seasonally. Do we change like the seasons?
We don't really change for the seasons, but obviously in winter, when the air is drier, in spite of it being, raining in Cape Town, the air is drier because it's colder, so there's less moisture in the air. So in winter, your skin is drier.
Yeah.
In summer, you tend to sweat more, and obviously then you exposed more to the sun, so there is a little bit of change. But yeah, so I think in winter you have to moisturize more than in summer, and in summer, obviously, you have to protect yourself against the sun more.
It's quite unique because obviously winter's synonymous with moisture, and now you're thinking you don't need it, and now you actually have to have more moisture in the winter. That's so unique that you said that now, and broke a mold.
It is quite weird.
It is.
But it's literally due to the temperature that less moisture is suspended in the air.
Aha.
In spite of it being rainy.
Well, let's break it down. Dr. Sian, when those temperatures drop, and your skin responds to it, what actually happens? Is it a poor response? What's going on in your skin when the temperatures fluctuate?
Okay, so when the temperatures are higher, you also have excess transepidermal water loss, and that can impact the skin moisture levels.
Okay.
And then you get more dehydrated.
Yes.
And your skin feels more dry. But also, if the temperatures are really high, you have increased oil gland production, and you get more oily. So
wow.
And of course, when you have dry skin also, and it's summer, and you're out and swimming in pools, chlorinated pools, that also contributes to dry skin. And of course, if there's no load shedding, aircon also contributes to dry skin. So it's kind of
It's interesting that your skin, your largest organ, it's very responsive to your environment.
Yeah.
And I think that's for so long we've not really credited it for that type of job. And it's about time we actually look after it. Now, when it comes to the summer season, Mickey, I know that we love jumping in the pool, as mentioned, chlorinated pools, loving jumping into the sea, salt water. What actually happens? How does the skin respond to those types of water conditions, so to speak?
Okay, firstly, it gets wet. When you jump in the water.
I wanted to find out a bit more. So it gets wet. Number one, I didn't know that. Which is that's great. It's been a while. Summer's here. But what's the response, especially when it comes to salt water? I know that that sodium content also has a lot to do with your skin and dehydration thereof.
Look. Salt water pool is actually better for your skin than chlorinated because the chlorine can irritate, and salt has got. You lose less water from, as Sian was saying, your transepidermal water loss. Sounds complicated, but the water that you lose through your skin to the environment is less when there's salt because the concentration outside is almost the same as inside. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So it's better to swim in salt water or in saltwater pools than it is in chlorinated pools because the chlorine irritates or just plain water can dry your skin out a little bit if you if you spend too much time at it. When you get all I've felt that recently actually. Also I realized that when I jumped in I got wet. Now Dr. Sian, I just wanted to solar radiation, that's the biggest thing. And I think just to wrap up this, because we've got 3 discussions that we have to get to. This is just the first, but for so long we have been taught and raised to only have the connection to sunscreen when you're going to go swim or when you're going to go to the beach. No other days. Because that's how we grew up. That's the only time that little thing came out of the cupboard.
So solar radiation and its response and what happens to your skin. Please don't say it warms your skin. Like, just give us a little brief, thing as to how your skin responds to solar radiation.
Okay, so solar radiation is energy transmitted by the sun through electromagnetic wavelengths.
Yes.
And electromagnetic wavelengths can be short or long. So usually your shorter wavelengths are your UVA and your UVB, and we know a lot about that. UVA has a usually longer wavelength and can penetrate through windows, clouds, and is responsible for photoaging. UVB is more responsible for sunburn. And then one must not forget visible light. So visible light is part of solar radiation.
Yes.
And visible light is the light that a human eye can see through colors. So there's been a lot of debate about blue light and the intensity of blue light, and whether the devices we're using on our the devices we're using in laptops could actually be impacting how we look. But that has actually been disproven, and actually the visible light from blue light that is emitted by the sun is much more intense, 1,000 times more intense than devices that we play with every day.
Wow.
So, yeah. And I mean, to protect yourself from UV light and visible light, you have to use a broad spectrum sunscreen. And specifically for visible light, you need a physical blocker. So something with titanium oxide or zinc oxide that can actually deflect the light.
My mind is blown. I mean, also I'm hearing really big words early in the morning, but the thing is, it's actually, these are the constituents of things that are going to do the job for you. Now, we have a couple more chats to get through, so if you have any questions, 063-408-8863. We'd love to chat to you. And you know what? It's about time you talk about your skin. We're going to go into a beautiful summer season where we're going to get solar radiation and, of course, water that makes us wet. So make sure you look after your skin and ask anything of this amazing panel. We'll get back to this in the next couple of moments.
So we recently created the most delectable berry foam using the Thermomix TM6. But did you know that you can create more than just foods with what we are calling a second pair of hands in the kitchen? Now, my sister Tando is here to show us how to create a festive pomegranate mojito with the Thermomix TM6. I'll cheers to that. It's going to be a festive.
I'm cheersing to this one because I'm a non-alcoholic girl.
Let's go.
So this
Keeping
makes me happy.
this December time?
This whole lifetime.
So you, oh really?
This whole lifetime. So
What a
I'm very
vibe.
happy to be making this.
What a vibe.
We're going to get started. We're going to start off with our mint.
Excellent stuff. So
you're gonna add that
the
for
very
me.
great thing about the TM6 Thermomix is that like the recipe is there. It's part of the menu.
Built in.
Built in. You search for it and it takes you through step by step. So you don't need to worry. And it already tells you here.
Yes.
The mint leaves go in, right?
There we
so
go.
You go all of them then.
All of them.
We've measured them out. Lovely stuff.
There we go. And then our limes as well.
Do I go next? Yes.
Next.
Next. And it says 2 lime quartered. 2
there
limes.
we go.
There we go. They go in, and you go, next, please. And it says, insert the measuring cup into the mixing bowl lid then. Okay. Hold on. Insert the measuring cup.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
The lid is perfect.
There we go. Then you go next. And then it's going to start doing its thing. Turn the speed to 4. So we're going to go 1.
There we go. And it automatically closes for you.
There we go.
There we go. You're doing this.
Exciting stuff, exciting stuff. Now, with step-by-step hands-free cooking directly on your Thermomix TM6 screen, cooking recipes that you love has never been easier. You can choose from thousands of recipes on your exclusive recipe platform, which is called Cookie-Doo. And you can browse the menu, you can then plan, shop, and then cook with the Thermomix as well. It even tells you, hey, I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Listen, so ever so gently.
See, is it done? Please click next, and then you do that.
Next.
All right. So then we got to take this off, and it says scrape the sides, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, so
make sure everything is nicely blended.
Get it down to the bottom. Okay. It smells amazing, by the way. Can you imagine?
Mint and lime.
Are these usually like your go-to things for
they make
December?
me feel like I'm drinking. Like they make me feel like I'm part of the crew, but not exactly. Like the garnishes that you add to the drink, just
Yes.
They elevate something that can be basic.
Just to make sure that we got everything. Don't waste the ingredients. Then I go next, right? Yeah. Just always remember, when in doubt, press next. Ice.
Ice.
We need the 300 grams ice, please. Okay. Let's see, we're gonna add the ice. There we go. Cool. We go next. What are we doing? White rum. Obviously, we're doing this. This is what do we have here?
That's syrup. Sorry.
Non-alcoholic.
Let's act like it's
We're
white
using-
rum.
Yes,
There we
exactly.
go.
Because this is non-alcoholic, right? Gonna add that to it. Cool. Next. 125 grams of pomegranate. This is it.
There
Oh,
we
the
go.
juice. Sorry, the juice.
The juice. There we go.
Just follow the instructions, Katlejo. It's not that difficult. Cool. Next. There we go. Next, please. Sugar syrup, we've already
there we
added that in there. It's already measured out. The next. Then insert the measuring cup. There we go again.
And blend once again.
Next, please. Then we're going to turn the speed up to 4 once again. There we go. And then we just... Okay, we're getting there.
It's getting there.
And it's done. And we say, next again, insert the simmering basket. Oh, okay, all right.
Okay.
Here we go. Just make sure that goes in here. Okay. Hey? How are we doing? Okay, hold the simmering basket in place with a spatula and strain. Okay, so this is gonna go in here. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, let me just put this down over here. Okay, cool. Next. Now, we're going to divide 300 grams of pomegranate into 2 glasses. That's for you to do that.
Thank you. I'm gonna steal some of your ice.
Okay,
Oh.
dokie. Seeds between 2 glasses. You're doing that already. Alrighty. Then we're going to be garnishing. That's for you to prepare. You garnishing to make sure that we're there, almost there. And then we're going to stir with a straw. And then before serving, again, more soda water. So you'll know how to. There we go.
There we go.
That's for you. We're going to get the rest of this in there. Okay. Okay, so let's just make sure that we're going to need to remove this. Okay. There we go. Have you got everything prepared there? You ready to go?
Yes.
Because I've got the syrupiness there.
thank you. I'm
I'm
gonna
going to
add
give
a
this to
little
you
more
over
of
there
this.
to finish off over there.
Thank you. And this is gonna act as our strainer.
Okay, fantastic.
There we go.
Let's have a look.
Oh.
Beautiful. As you can see, this will literally be your second pair of hands in the kitchen to help you save time, money, and create show-stopping dishes and drinks and cook more from scratch very easily. The Thermomix TM6 is designed to cater for the needs of private households, and you can be then creating beautiful things like this. And this is one of those Christmas wish list, if you must. Like, put it on your wish list for Santa to get you sorted. Taste this.
Cheers.
This would be partying at your house. Cheers.
Welcome.
Ooh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
If you'd like to find out more, you can simply visit thermomix.co.za.
This is good.
Oh, lovely.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso here in S3. And you know what? December and Jan, it's beautiful months. Of course it is. But of course, there is also an awareness around skin cancer that we have to focus on. It is a highly preventable disease. Yet South Africans, they, of course, have the second highest incidence of skin cancer in the world. So we got the perfect panel for you. Dr. Mickey's here, Dr. Sia and Wahid as well from Derma Clinic. They're still with us to answer your questions and to tackle these important skincare issues and make sure that you have a safe summer when it comes to the skin you're in. Now, 063-408-8863. We love questions. And in fact, can I start with a question?
Go for it.
Is that okay? Because I don't get to ask, I get to ask questions generally, but not like real interest pieces. Because earlier, Dr. Sian, you said something about blue light. Yeah. And then you said blue light, and there was also something that you have to put on your skin. I want to go back there for a second and unpack it more. Now, number one, blue light for dummies, it's basically daylight, correct?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the real things as to how to protect yourself, especially if you're somebody who has a different pigment from others. So, of course, melanin in your skin is what determines, the darkness or the lightness of the skin. Apparently, blue light and melanin have a certain connection that you need to be sort of warned about, so to speak. So, those with darker complexions and blue light, what should we consider?
So blue light is most important in the darker pigment individuals, and that's because it can increase the pigment. So in patients with melasma, it's most important. Blue light can affect your pigment in melasma and also in post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation after acne and scarring. Okay. So most important in those individuals, and therefore I said earlier on, important to protect with a physical blocker with the titanium oxide and the zinc oxide. So most importantly in the darker individuals, in the lighter individuals.
I'm going to go back to melasma for those who dermatology for dummies. So once again, what would melasma be?
Melasma is when you present with pigmentation in certain areas of the face, and there's a hormonal contribution. Okay. Your genetics, unfortunately, and it's obviously triggered by the sun. So that's melasma.
That's actually cool because now I can go talk about melasma at the Braai this weekend.
Pregnancy mask. A lot of people when they become pregnant, they get pigmentation. Okay, so this is, and then when people go on the oral contraceptive. So we think it might be related to hormones to a certain extent.
Okay, I understand.
But it's definitely, it obviously occurs in lighter skinned people as well.
Yes.
But the darker your skin type is, the more prone you are to pigmentation, and then you actually do need to block the blue light as well. And there are some newer sunscreens available that specifically also block blue light. So if you've got pigmentation on your face, be it from acne scarring or from pregnancy or from the pill or from cuts or whatever, go and find a sunscreen that protects you. It has, as Sian was saying, it's zinc and titanium dioxide, which are physical blockers, as well as a protection against blue light. There is a specific new chemical that does that as well.
Of wisdom. Now, we do have a voice note coming through, so enough with my questions. Now I'm done. Celestia's got the next question, and panel, please take a listen.
Hi, good morning. My name is Celestia, and I would just like to know, how do you treat an oily skin? I have problems with oil on my forehead, and I noticed on my cheeks as well. So how do I treat that?
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously there's a variety of applications here, but just to answer Celestia, any ideas as to how to treat that?
Well, is that now in relation to sun protection or just generally? Because
I feel like generally.
Generally. Okay. So generally, the worst thing to do for oily skin is to use stuff that dehydrates your skin. So because the more you wash with detergents, the more your skin will make more oil. So wiping the skin with just a gentle cleanser is the best thing. And depending on whether you actually have what we call seborrhea that comes from inside, where your grease-producing glands are producing too much oil, you actually need to take a medication that reduces the amount of oil, or you can use a prescription medication that can also reduce the amount of oil. But to use these harsh cleansers is the worst thing you can do. And then obviously use oil-free moisturizers and oil-free sunscreens, which are definitely available.
Wow. That is fantastic. Well, for this little part of our conversation, we're going to wrap it up. But of course, the next time, we have to chat about skin cancer and that reality. So often we have an idea of skin cancer being a deterrent so that you can go out with sunscreen. But there's a lot more to it, and our panel of doctors will be chatting to you. And of course, you have questions, you can send it our way, 063-408-8863. It's all about your skin and protecting it for an amazing festive season.
We love it. Thank you so much. One more chat coming your way with that amazing panel. But right now, it's time to make another lucky viewer 2,000 Rand richer with citrus soda in proud association with our friends at Adcock Ingram OTC, officially the sponsors of Brave. And all we asked you guys is what makes you super?
What makes you super? So our lucky winner this morning is none other than, let's get a super drum roll.
Come on.
That sounds super.
There we go.
Sipati Murati. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
And she said this, I'm a very humble person and my sense of humor is amazing. I always go out of my way to help people. That's what makes me super. Hashtag citrus soda, hashtag Expresso show. It worked. It really worked.
Well, I'm hoping that we have got her on the line right now, if that's another joke. Good morning, Sipati. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
We are smiling from ear to ear. We are giggling. We are chuckling, which means you are, yes, very funny. That is one of your superpowers. So congratulations, 2,000 Rand headed your way. How does it feel to be a winner?
Yeah, it feels very great. I'm very happy. Thank you, hey.
Absolutely. A great gift as we head into the last part of the festive season. So tell me this, what else do you love most about citrus soda?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What do you love most about citrus soda?
Oh, I love it because when I'm full in my stomach, it helps me a lot.
100%.
Just kind of relieve that kind of bloatedness, if you will, those symptoms that we usually associate with having a bit too much indulgence during the festive season, isn't it?
And there's going to be a lot of that over the next couple of weeks. Well, hopefully you're going to be indulging and enjoying yourself over the festive. It does beg the question, though, what are you going to be using your 2,000 Rand for? Are you going to spend it on yourself or someone else?
I'm going to spend it on my baby. I'm going to buy her stationery and pay her school fees for January.
Oh, what's your baby's name?
It's Kulaganyo.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Ah, lovely stuff.
Lots of hugs and kisses from our family to your family. Congratulations. 2,000 Rand is on its way to you. Have the most amazing festive break. And congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Ah, excellent. Yay. Smile on that face and smile on ours as well. Now, there's just one final chance to win 2,000 Rand cash. You don't want to miss out, and here is how you can enter.
Make the most of your festive season and celebrate without the fear of heartburn or indigestion spoiling it. Citrus Soda's daily giveaway of 2,000 Rand cash will let you fizz up your fun. Citrus Soda is in proud association with Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. Enter every Monday to Friday, November 14th to December 16th.
Yeah, and answer the weekly competition question on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page and include the hashtag Citrus Soda. Now, your T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com, and that's Citrus Soda, available in original and cranberry.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso, and of course, you know what? The weekend's coming up. You're going to spend some time in the sun, I know, but we have to look after our skin. We've got the amazing panel, Dr. Mickey, who I've come to know, bestie now, we're friends, and then, of course, Dr. Sian, who's also here to answer any of your questions. Now, there were many questions that have come through, but I want to go straight into skin cancer. When it comes to skin cancer, number one is, let's scratch over what the causes of skin cancer. I'm going to leave that to you, Dr. Sian. What are the causes?
Okay, the most important cause of skin cancer is obviously sunlight.
Yeah.
UVB and cumulative dose of UVB as well causes skin cancer. So important to cover up, wear sunscreen, seek shade when you can. Obviously there are other factors, like if you're immune suppressed, if you have a chronic scar, all of those can affect it, but the most important is the sun and
sunburn.
Sunburn.
Dr. Mickey, symptoms of skin cancer. Now, this is a very important one. How do you know when to go see a doctor? How do you know when something is on your arm, on your back? And just, you know, because we brush those things off. I mean, growing up, you have many things, a scar, whatever, or a little pimple or a mole, and you're like, it's fine. When should you go to see a doctor?
Okay, the most important thing is if you develop a sore that doesn't want to heal.
All right.
Okay, so those are mostly little non-melanoma skin cancers. Your melanoma is the pigment one. So the non-melanoma skin cancers present with a sore that doesn't heal. It heals over, breaks down, heals over, and then it's a little nodule that grows, whatever.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, any new growth on your skin should be checked out. And number three, if you get anything that's dark and gets bigger. So like that's the melanoma. So something that's black and appears on your skin gets bigger. So I would suggest that those are the most important things. So if you get something new, something that doesn't heal, or something black on your skin.
And you go to see a GP prior to getting a referral to a dermatologist? How does that work?
You can go to a GP to start off with. It's probably your cheapest way because most GPs can pick up the more serious skin cancers, but if you've had a skin cancer in the past, it is a good idea to see a dermatologist because some of the skin cancers are very subtle, and there are a lot of melanomas that are quite difficult to diagnose, and it requires a special. We dermatologists, we have a special little microscope. We call it a dermatoscope, which is a thing that we can look through the skin and have a look at things. It's an amazing little tool, and a lot of things that you can't diagnose with the naked eye, you can diagnose with a dermatoscope.
That's why we trust dermatologists. You know, you are indeed the experts, and you know we need your expert opinion here because we've got Christine who sent in a voice note for you to answer.
Good morning, Expresso show. I would like to ask about sun protection products. They are so expensive. Is there anything else that we can use for our arms, face, and neck areas? Please, thank you.
Very interesting. You know, the socioeconomics of South Africa is that where, you know, we can't afford these expensive sunscreens sometimes. I mean, are there any alternatives other than seeking shade?
T-shirts, hats.
T-shirts and hats.
Yeah. And you need to cover up. I mean, the bottom line is you preferably don't go into the sun between 11 and 3, which is obviously when we want to be on the beach. If you want to be on the beach in the hot hours of the day, get your sun protection, your hat, and then use sunscreen on your face and only the exposed areas. But for the rest, you can have a jaw on the beach with no sunscreen or little sunscreen, just covering up. You can swim with your sunsuit. You can have all the fun just covering up.
That is fantastic. Yeah. Doctors, it has been an absolute pleasure. That's all we have time for today, but you have to come back because there's going to be so much more coming through, especially as we go through summer. But of course, Dr. Mickey and Dr. Sian, thank you very much for being here and protecting our skin. I think the sentiment is it's quite clear. Basically, this summer, I want you to seek shade. Don't throw shade. Remember that.
Ain't no shade left in the studio, my friend. No summer is complete, let's be honest, without a braai. And a lot of people are going to be braaiing tomorrow. This next recipe is going to be a guaranteed crowd pleaser.
Clover's range of margarines and spreads. Classic spread. Mama Bake.
Margie, how do you know what we like?
I know someone who knows.
Spread the Margie love.
Made with love by Clover.
Yep, we're going to spread the love right now. A lekker braai is not just about the meat. I've said it, okay? Sides play a vital role, a very important role. Corn is always popular, and corn ribs have been making a big entrance. And with our classic spread, 3 ways, it's here to stay. Tando, this is exciting to me because the corn doesn't get enough credit, man.
No.
It doesn't.
The corn is known for like rolling off the plate.
Yeah.
But
Get
this
stuck
recipe
in your teeth and
is not rolling off the plate. It's just going to sit perfectly. It goes with 3 butters.
It's absolutely beautiful, and I want this to inspire you. We've chosen 3 flavor profiles that we enjoy, that kind of speak to the African heritage to a degree, to our multicultural mixing pot of flavors. I absolutely love it. But what I dig about corn, and think of these almost as a veggie ribbicky, if you will, little ribbikies, hey?
Yes. For those who are vegetarian or vegan, this plays. You could have this instead of feeling left out. You can also be chewing something.
Exactly, and you can fill it with as much umami flavor, like a biltong, as you want.
Yeah.
And it is a crowd pleaser. And I like those kind of sides that can kind of become almost like an entree or transition when people are starting to get a bit hungry and you're waiting for the meat to rest.
I feel like this recipe could be a starter, a main. It could really go anywhere.
Could be alles. Could be alles. Okay, so our Mama Bake, she is helping us out here in multiple ways this morning. Okay, so talk us through how we begin, I suppose, with the humble corn.
Yeah, so I've got some classic spread in here, just spreading it all over, just brushing it in. And then we're gonna add our corn. And you're just gonna char these to your liking. I always like a little extra blackness, a little char.
I think the char helps because there are kind of sugars involved in most veggies and fruits, and that's where the charring comes from. And a classic spread like this is just going to enhance those beautiful flavors. It's as simple as that. In fact, Clover Classic is an ideal and versatile fat spread that can be used daily for cooking, for spreading, for baking, for just about anything. It contains 7 vitamins and is made with a touch of clover cream for smoother spreadability and a better mouthfeel, if you will. It's got a beautiful flavor profile. So the first suggestion I'm going to make is, because I might have been a little too quick out the blocks with my my Clover fat spread, just let it soften. Let it soften as much as possible.
Yes, and we've got 3 flavors here.
Okay, so let's start from your side. What are you working with there?
We've got a herb classic spread over here. So I've got some lemon zest going in.
Oh.
Just add as much as you like. I'd say about a tablespoon or so.
And this, I think the herbaceousness, you want it to kind of fill the head. So you want some strong flavors in there, but I think the lime is great. It kind of activates other flavors. I'm learning so much about...
And it adds a bit of like acidity to everything, because all the other butters are just slightly more like
a bit more fatty, a bit more spicy, a bit richer. Okay, I love that.
Go. Then we're going to add our herbs. We've got coriander as well. And then our chili. And we're going to combine this.
I love it. And I'm loving a smoked chili. Anything smoked, I dig. But the smoked chili flakes, for me, absolute winner. So I'm going to start on my end now.
You've got the chakalaka.
I've got the chakalaka, which is I would probably start and end with the chakalaka. It's just so awesome. It's a flavor that I haven't been able to introduce my kids to yet, so maybe this is a good way.
This is a good way, and it's a subtle way. It's not as spicy.
Yeah.
And it's still, like you said, it's a side, so it won't be the main thing on the plate.
My daughter, who's not even 3 yet, she can rock the spice, which I absolutely love. So every now and then, I like hot English mustards and things like that. So when I have a sandwich, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
And she'll often just wander over, and I just keep waiting for like the fallout after she's had a bite of one of my sandwiches, and she'll cow the whole thing. She absolutely loves it. Even the corn is celebrating.
Yes.
So maybe that's a sign that the corn is almost ready. When you start getting the popcorn on the griddle, then you know you're winning at life. Okay, so we've got our chakalaka. I'm going to just add a little bit of salt and pepper there.
Then our middle flavor, our third flavor, we've got some biltong.
Oh, and obviously
cumin,
chopped. Ooh.
Then a bit of salt and pepper. And there we have it. And those are going to be the 3 spreads that go on to our corn ribs and perfection.
Beautiful. I mean, you could pre-dress them. You could almost marinate them a little bit so that people can just take the corn with the flavor already infused. Or you can give individual little butters so that the individual little fat spreads so that people could do it themselves. I absolutely love that. It's called bespoke braaiing. I love these. Mama Bake, thank you. We love you so much. If you're going to use Clover Classic Fat Spread in an ingenious way on a braai day, this is how you do it. Wow.
with love by Clover. Only you can make my day.
We got you covered. 24-hour long wear, new skincare and ingredients, better skin by the day, diverse shades, transfer resistant and waterproof. For all skin, for every life. New Color Stay long wear makeup.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Unlock the summer of champions. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra on a 600-minute red core plan. Further together, Vodacom.
Hey, look, you could have stopped with the free rugby jersey, to be quite honest, but let's help you switch to red and unlock even more with Vodacom Red's amazing rewards and benefits that simply cannot be missed this month.
Now, Vodacom is the first telecommunications company in Africa to offer Prime Video Mobile Edition, with all the new, existing and upgrading customers are now eligible to subscribe to Prime Video or Prime Video Mobile Edition, regardless of the price plan, whether prepaid or contract.
Now, let's talk about what's at the heart here. Prime Video Mobile Edition. It is amazing. A single device, mobile-only Prime Video subscription where customers benefit from Prime Video's incredible catalog of thousands of movies and TV series, so much going out in this space, and then available on multiple devices. And you can also stream original content or download and watch later in standard definition with the Prime Video app on your mobile phone. And bearing in mind, you can do this anywhere. You can hide away in the bathroom,
Rings of power.
Watch your show while your kids aren't anywhere close, disturbing you. Love it.
Now, sign up as a prepaid customer and get a 30-day free trial for only 29 Rand per month, or sign up as a contract customer and get 3 months on Vodacom. Thereafter, only pay 79 Rand per month. Done.
Wow, that is incredible. So if you want to sign up to Prime Video Mobile Edition through Vodacom, simply visit voda.com/Prime Video. Easily done, and then all the T's and C's obviously do apply as well.
It's pretty much amazing, because what you were saying, it's simple. You go have your me time wherever you can with Prime Video Mobile. Simple.
Often I will do it in multiple rooms. I'll just be walking around, tidying up, watching a bit of the boys, you know, making sure the kids don't, because I'm just finding it's a lot of grown-up TV there, and I'm a big fan of, obviously, the Lord of the Rings vibe, that whole kind of universe. Absolutely love Middle-earth, anything from Tolkien. But I got to say, it's having the opportunity to watch something like The Boys, but you can only watch it alone on your mobile.
It's guilty pleasure, that's what it is.
So I take it, and I have a feeling I'm not alone. Absolutely awesome content.
So with Vodacom Summer, you are not just a player, you're always a champion. So switch to Red and unlock summer.
Do it for the love of the game. Switch to Red and unlock the summer of champions. That's right. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra on a 600-minute red core plan for 1,689 Rand per month over 24 months. Plus, get a free sports jersey and make it an unforgettable summer with Vodacom, SA's leading network. Available in-store or online. Further together, Vodacom.
Well, the time right now, just 1 minute before 7 o'clock, and a time to look at the news headlines this morning. On the national news front, President Cyril Ramaphosa has suspended the Judge President of the Western Cape, John Hlophe. The suspension was recommended by the Judicial Services Commission, the JSC, pending a decision on whether the National Assembly would impeach him. The JSC found in its reports that Hlophe had acted improperly when he tried to influence 2 judges in the Constitutional Court. Now, in 2008, 11 judges of this court laid a charge against Hlophe because he attempted to influence the outcome of certain cases concerning former President Jacob Zuma. Meanwhile, the chairperson of Eskom's board, Mpho Makwana, has confirmed the resignation of the power supplier CEO Andre de Ruyter. De Ruyter has agreed to stay on until the 31st of March in order to ensure a smooth transition for his successor. Makwana mentioned that De Ruyter said in his letter of resignation that it was an honor to serve Eskom and the country, and he wished all its hardworking employees well. Makwana said the Minister of Public Enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, had stated that De Ruyter carried a heavy burden for the sake of South Africa. On the international news front this morning, US scientists have reached a major milestone in their attempts to perfect a process which could potentially deliver almost unlimited power and energy. Now, nuclear fusion doesn't rely on fossil fuels and produces harmful or doesn't produce harmful greenhouse gases, so it could also help to tackle climate change. Now, it's the process which gives the sun its energy. Scientists from more than 50 countries have been trying to recreate it on Earth since the 1960s. They hope it could eventually provide huge quantities of clean energy to the world, and is described as the holy grail of energy production. In other news, Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo has said that African countries must wean themselves off begging the West to earn global respect and change poor perceptions about Africa. If we stop becoming or being beggars and spend African money inside the continent, Africa will not need to ask for respect from anyone. We will receive the respect we deserve. If we make Africa prosperous, respect will follow, Akufo-Addo said. He made these remarks during the opening of the US-Africa Leaders Summit in Washington and added, "Our destiny as people depends on each other." And finally, Casper, a Great Pyrenees livestock dog, is presently the toast of farming folks in American state of Georgia. Now, the 2-year-old displayed amazing heroism in an encounter with a pack of hungry coyotes in Decatur, Georgia. His owner, John Wearville, said Casper was guarding sheep one night when some 12 coyotes started circling them. Wearville was then awoken by noises emanating from the very scared sheep, and he noticed some coyotes milling around. He then says that Casper saw him and unhesitatingly tore straight into the coyotes. Now, in the ensuing fight, he managed to bump off 8 of them, saving all of the sheep in his care. But he disappeared while chasing after the rest and only returned 2 days later with serious neck and back wounds and part of his tail missing. However, after multiple surgeries to close off the wounds, heroic Casper is expected to make a full recovery. Oh, beautiful story there to end off the news at 7 o'clock. We'll take another look at 8 o'clock right now. Here's another look at the world of sports with Graham.
Thank you so much, Kat. Let's kick it off with footballing news, as we should. The night after an incredible semi-final, as we were treated to last night. And France have, yes, done it. They've ended Morocco's World Cup dream as goals from Theo Hernandez and Randall Kolo Muani gave the holders a 2-0 win in their semi-final clash to set up a showdown on Sunday that I think many of us are hoping for, Lionel Messi's Argentina. So it'll be France's 4th World Cup final in 7 editions. Incredible. And they'll be hoping to become the first team since Brazil 60 years ago to retain the trophy when they take on Argentina at the Lusail Stadium this Sunday. As for Morocco, they'll play Croatia, the lion-hearted Croatia, in the bronze medal match on Saturday. That one should be as equally anticipated, a brilliant matchup there. Then on to rugby, it's award season. Lucanio Eben Etzebeth and Sia Khaleesi were all understandably nominated for the coveted SA Rugby Player of the Year award for 2022 for a 2nd year running. And they'll be joined by, I think, a bit of a front runner because he is so fast, Kurtley Arendse, who's just made an impact this year, and one of my absolute favourites, the stalwart Frans Malherbe. For the first time, media and SA Rugby stakeholders also voted for the Springbok Women's Player of the Year. Last year's winner, Lusanda Dumka, 2019's winner, Aseza Hele, as well as Zintle and Pupa, Apiwe Ngwevu and Nadine Roos, all getting the nod there as well. So congratulations to them. And then John Dobson, Jacques Ninaba and Jimmy Stonehouse also got the most votes in category of Coach of the Year. Then on to cricketing news, this time very much off the pitch. Former England cricketer Andrew Flintoff's son has said that the 45-year-old was, quote, lucky to be alive following a car crash during the filming of an episode of BBC's Top Gear show. So the 45-year-old who quit cricket back in 2010 and obviously joined the Top Gear team as a host in 2019 received medical care at the scene before being airlifted to hospital, with the BBC saying these injuries are not thought to be life-threatening, thankfully. Flintoff was man of the series back in 2005 in the Ashes for his heroic effort helping England win their first earn in 18 years. Then on to tennis. This name is going to be there for a while. I have a feeling world number one Carlos Alcaraz will defend his title at the Barcelona ATP tournament in April. The 19-year-old Spaniard won the clay court event for the first time this year by dispatching compatriot Pablo Carreno Busta in that final. It was the third of 5 titles in 2022, with the pinnacle being the US Open. And he, of course, ended the year as the world number one, the youngest player, in fact, to claim the top ranking since it began in 1973. Incredible. Well, that's where we leave our sport for now. We're going to start looking at some of the amazing social media trends happening in and around the World Cup in just a moment as we say good morning, Qatar. But right now, let's get you to work safely before the long weekend.
Thanks a lot, G. Let's take a peek at your traffic first, and starting in Midrand, Johannesburg. There's an accident on the N1 southbound after Allendale Road. 2 lanes are closed. You can expect delays, so please be patient as you head to work today. Camperdown, KZN, let's go there. There is congestion on the N3 westbound after Cato Ridge due to an accident. Please drive carefully. That's it for the traffic. Let's take a peek at the weather. Starting with weather news, it's being called a last chance for nature. 100 countries backing calls to protect 30% of the planet. The aim is to reach this goal by 2030 and conserve forests and other vital ecosystems in order to restore the natural world. The 30 by 30 target is the key ambition of the United Nations Biodiversity Summit, COP15, underway in Montreal, Canada. Biodiversity refers to all living things, from polar bears to plankton, and the way they fit together to sustain life on Earth. Scientists have warned that with forests and grasslands being lost at unprecedented rates and oceans under pressure from pollution and overfishing, humans are pushing the Earth way beyond safe limits. Under the proposed agreement, countries would sign up to targets to expand protected areas such as nature reserves. It draws inspiration from the so-called father of biodiversity, the biologist Edward O. Wilson, who has called for half of the Earth to be protected. Not a bad idea at all. Now, with this weather update, it's important to get to some of the sunlight views. Let's start with you, Adonia Blankenberg, out in Atlantis, snapping this beautiful dusky shot before she hits the road. And of course, Verity Barnes also came through with a delightful view of the sky, from tall trees to the sun peeking through the leaves. Just a stunning view in Riebeek West. And then Ridwan crossing our borders, sharing this vibrant tangerine-filled sky out in Dubai as he enjoys a run. Last up, we have Desiree and Peter Maritzburg capturing this picture-perfect view from luscious leaves to orange hues glimmering up the sky. And this photo is just magical. It actually looks like the print of a T-shirt. I love it. Thank you so much. In fact, send your sunrise views to us. We'd love to see them. 063-408-8863. Let's take a look at your temperatures for the day. Starting in Polokwane, always 17 rising to 29 degrees Celsius. You've got some thunder expected and rainfall. Bombela, same for you, 19 rising to 30, a 40% chance of precipitation and thunder in your area. Pretoria, 17 rising to 29. Johannesburg, you've got 15 on the cards as you rise this morning, and then in the afternoon, 27 degrees Celsius, 44% chance of rain and thunder. Mahikeng, 18 up to 30 today. Klerksdorp, 17 to 29 with some thunder. Kimberley, 19 up to 26. Bloemfontein, you've got 16 to 27. And then Richards Bay, let's go over to you, 22. You rise to 31 with a 55% chance of thunder and rain. Pietermaritzburg, 27 is the max from a minimum of 18. Durban, 23 to 26. Mthatha, 18, and you jump to 26 degrees Celsius. Let's go to East London, where you'll find 19 degrees Celsius this morning. 26 is your max. Cradock, 17 to 31. Gqeberha, you've got 18 to 25. George, 17 to 25, with some rain expected, about an 80% chance. Cape Town, 20 to 25. Worcester, 19 to 31. Sutherland, a minimum 14, and you go up to 27 today. Uppington, wrapping with you as always, 86% chance of rain. Thunder, 33 is your high. Have a beautiful day today, no matter what the temperature. And thanks a lot for starting it with us, your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Carl. Of course, as the festive season continues to reach fever pitch, we've got all the inspiration you need, especially for all of those December braaiers out there. 'Tis the season to tana choppy or to shisa inyama, as they say. Chef Clem is in the kitchen to get you ready for all of that and more. And then we'll also be saying hello and good morning Qatar to our friends across South Africa as we cover some of the action from recent World Cup action. So stick around for that and more on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be right back after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. As you can see, things are happening. December Braaiers. The Braai season is here. And we're firing up for every single occasion. And if you want something really special, ask your Woolies butcher for custom cuts or tailor-made braai packs. This one's for you. And for those load-shedding hours, not that you need load-shedding as an excuse, to be honest, get your hands on these items. You can go to woolworths.co.za. You'll see them as we traverse the beautiful, dynamic spaces of Braai and beyond.
Wow.
Chef Clem.
If David Attenborough narrated a Braai documentary.
And then we have the Braai on the table. Chef Clem is about to show us how to use it with cuts of meat from Woolworths. We have salad, we have Clem, we have fire. What more do we need? Enjoy.
That was brilliant.
Thank you.
That was brilliant. The crowd would have clapped, but they're so in awe. Jaws are like on the ground. I said the crowd would have clapped. That was amazing.
Don't come fake clap here. Hello.
No, it's too late. But
talk to me, Manu.
Like you said, we don't need a reason to braai.
No, we don't.
But Woolies have given you a very, very good one. So today, you're going to get an amazing, amazing deal. 25% off for rewards members on any marinated braai items. Those that don't have a rewards card, why?
Yeah, why don't you have your rewards card?
Why don't you have your rewards card?
I mean, the nice person at the till always asks you for it nicely, right? Always nicely.
Absolutely.
And I'm always very happy to give it. Because you know why? Guess where my rewards card is? It's on my phone.
Is it?
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Is my is my rewards card on my phone. Where's yours?
Totally fine.
I mean,
if you don't have one, you're going to get 20% off out of any two. Oh, hello. Wow.
How did utensils just appear in your head?
Our viewers didn't see that, but
What just happened?
A little Christmas elf just ran in and just handed me these.
A little Christmas elf. That person was taller than I was. Anyway, right. So.
Right. Let's get talking about some of the selection you can get. And this is what I'm having it for dinner. I will post it on social media.
Please do. What do you do?
I've got the Chisanyama style chicken steak.
Oh, I'm all over that. I've already done that. Did I not tell you about the day where I mixed culture and I said the Chisanyama, and then I did bao buns. And I put those in there.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay, here you go again.
Thank you.
Tell the people.
Are we doing it again?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, there's a knife for you to slice it open. I need the knife back. Then you've also got the rack, the lamb rack, okay? Uh-huh. You've got the snook. I've been having snook like once a week on the Braai, thanks to load shedding. But I love it.
That's the privilege that we get,
yes.
You know?
We've got the legendary chicken espetadas from Woolies. Yes. I don't need to say more about that. They're amazing. They are iconic. Then we've got the chicken kebabs. We've got the pepper-crusted fillet.
Now, see, that's a bit of a showstopper for me, because I feel like with your pepper-crusted fillet, what you do is, you know, when you present it, and then you have your own, like, your sauce of choice. So what I love to do is salsa verde. It's like my favorite when it comes to that. And I just kick it with a bit more chili, and it's just a perfect pairing with any
Absolutely. While you get it on the fire...
Can I braai?
Please do. While you get it on the fire, let me talk to you about
my job.
It's an amazing job.
I love my job.
Tell you about the pepper-crusted fillet. So, truth be told, okay, there are some people that like their steak, whether it's a sirloin, a ribeye, a rump, or a fillet in this case, they like their steaks done well. And we don't discriminate. You can have your steak however you like it, but here's the thing that's amazing about the fillet. Yes. If you have family members that do like their fillet well done, fillet is the one steak that always keeps that tenderness. You're always going to get like juicy, tender meat. So, we've actually cooked this well, and
I can see you. So, I do have an emotional connection to well-cooked steak. But I do know that if you do well done, there is a way to do well done. You have to retain the moisture. Because there's a difference between somebody who's a bit inebriated at the Braai handling a fillet, and then talking to you about how one day they met this famous person that's turning, and then all that juice dripping out. It's a problem.
Don't.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. We tasted it just now. It is so tender still.
Love that.
Still, like, the juice is still inside there. What we're going to do is plate up the side. So, again, we're going load shedding focus. So, we got the classic potato salad, this little African slaw. So, all I'm going to do is just pile that up. Absolutely everything that I've got here today, you can do on the Braai. I've even got dessert covered, and you don't have to make that for you. We've got the Chuckles Hidden Center cupcakes.
December.
We've got some reindeers there for you. Can you spot Rudolph?
I can. I see Rudolph is there. Rudolph has the red nose, I believe. Thank you.
That is true.
Thank you.
And it's an absolute treat. They are so delicious.
Look at this. Now this is essentially, when I say bougie Braai, it's also just about plating. It's not about being uppity. It's actually just about saying to your guests that I care about you enough to plate this dish in a pretty way, because, I mean, I know that you get lazy times where you just put the Braai buck out and you say, like, dish, here's a paper plate.
Paper plate.
Yeah, there.
No, we don't do that now.
But I really enjoy great presentation, because, you know, when somebody's, before they eat, they look at that plate, they look at that steak, they look at the salad, and like, oh my word, I cannot wait to tuck in. That, I feel, is the win. That's the bougie Braai part.
And that's the difference between a normal Braai and a great one. The presentation.
Have a great rack. That's really very tender.
Ons werk hier met kos asseblief.
Oh, jammer man, but
okay.
Yes.
Right. Beautiful rack of lamb on the Braai. So
That's
delicious.
correct.
So when you start rendering out that fat, the flavor, the smokiness, the deliciousness is all in there, okay? And I like a little lamb lollipop.
Oh,
yeah,
please.
absolutely. So all you're going to do...
That's why. Do you do the Frenching on the bone? Oh,
no, Woolies have done it for you.
Is
so
it what? Did Woolies do that fast?
Yes.
Let me see that cook on that lamb. Turn it. Oh, you see, that's how you do lamb. Get close. That's the thing. Get closer. That's how you cook lamb, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. I don't know my left from my right.
Squeeze the juice. Squeeze it just a little bit.
In the David Attenborough, here we go.
And now Chef Clem has a properly cooked lamb. He squeezes it, the juice that falls out, and now it's a majestic creature that we can enjoy together.
That's it.
That is it.
You know what, for years growing up, and this is why I have such a a braai culture in my home is that I want to make sure that lamb and lean meats are not overcooked.
Right.
Sausage is always overcooked as well because sausage is in a casing. When you apply heat to a casing, it will continue to cook within it. So if I look at this, it's just, I mean, you've done such a great job, and I'm loving that. That's my extra special braai secret. We actually asked that on social media today, is keep the meats like this, man.
Keep the meats beautiful, soft and tender, and juicy like this. Also, take your meat out of the fridge 45 minutes before it hits the braai. We don't cold meat on the braai. Call that looks good. Have a Rudolph, have a lollipop. South Africa, get braai on your charcoal braai from Willie's. Load sheddings, what's that?
This is great.
What's that? Get the deal.
Yes,
most
get the
importantly.
deal. And then also say hello to Qatar. Well, good morning, Qatar. That's where we're going now.
We can say hello, we can say good morning, you can say what's up, it doesn't matter because the eyes of the world are focused on Qatar right now. And yes, it's official, France will get the chance to defend their title after they overcame a spirited Morocco 2-0 last night. What a way to say good morning, Qatar. So we've got, guys, we've got Argentina, we got France.
It's the dream final.
It's the one I think even most neutrals, yes, but even a few who had a bias going into this World Cup wanted to see this on some level. Incredible. Theo Hernandez turned from villain to absolute hero last night. Then Randall Kolomoani added the second around 80 minutes to see the defending champions through to the final. Fifth in 7 attempts.
And now, that's absolutely insane to think of above 50% in terms of success rate at World Cups. My goodness. And if they were to defend it this time round, what a story that would be. But for me, the biggest story would be Lionel Messi lifting the World Cup at what is possibly his last shot at it. That would certainly end the GOAT discussion, cement him as the greatest footballer of all time.
And no one will ever replace him. And when it comes to respect earned, wow, despite the result, Moroccan fans, you've earned my respect. They were on unbelievable form, did not stop supporting their team throughout. In fact, that sound was deafening. Just take a listen and a look.
Wow. The Atlas Lions, eh? That's amazing.
And obviously,
that's the kind of spirit you want to see, you know, kind of win or lose, carry the team on your shoulders. You're the 12th man on that field, and they need that support. And when you have that, you stand every chance to win the game. Well done to the fans.
And when Sace went off, I mean, they played with an injured player. They went in as a wounded beast going into it. So I don't think any of us knew the mental challenge that that team was going through. Some 60,000 Moroccan fans got into that stadium when they started going with those whistles. Incredible stuff.
Unbelievable.
Whereas for France, of course, they had reason to celebrate with their fans after that final whistle, and they did.
Was that little section there of French supporters? The rest of the stadium was 100
French supporters in the stadium.
Yeah, absolutely stunning scenes over there for the defending champions, who could have, by the looks of things, when I saw the highlights, could have literally run away with that game. If you look at the chances that Giroud missed out on as well. So, you know, they are fully deserving of that spot in the final.
And they got put to the test here against the stiffest. You know, let's talk about Sofiane Amrabat, okay?
Yes, you were telling me about him.
It was his job to mark Mbappe, and it was everyone's job.
Other defenders.
Yeah, everyone was marking Mbappe, and he took it on the chin. I must say, when your laces are being ripped off your boots, you know you are a marked man. But 51 recoveries in this tournament. That's the most ever in the history of a World Cup. This man is going to get bought by some big team, I have no doubt. But the Moroccans, incredible, man. You've done us proud.
Represented Africa very proudly once again. Now, of course, that semi-final was staged at the Al Bayat Stadium and marked the final match at the venue for this year's World Cup. And then on November the 20th, this venue witnessed Qatar and Ecuador play this FIFA World Cup's first match after an astonishing opening ceremony. Look at the visuals, of course, if you can take your mind all the way back to that. Now, the stadium takes its name from Bayat al-Shair, tents historically used by the nomadic peoples of Qatar and the Gulf region. So it's got some, significance in terms of its representation.
Yeah, for the people of Qatar as well. We often forget about the impact on the culture and the locals when something like this happens, and that design honors Qatar's past and its present as well, while keeping one eye on the future of the community.
Yeah.
So the stadium covers an area larger than 30 football fields, in fact. It hosted matches between Germany and Spain, England and Senegal, as well as the quarterfinal, of course, between France and England during the tournament. So it's got some austere, man. Look at that. Wow.
Stunning, stunning stuff. Taking me back to 2010 as well. Speaking of South Africa, 2010, here's some great news. South African referee Victor Gomez earned an astonishing 1.43 million rand, around that amount, in his time during the 2022 FIFA World Cup, according to online publication Idiski Times. I say, yes, man.
Yeah,
secure that bag. Secure that bag.
Sound out your career.
Wowzer.
He might have earned more from that match than Anton Griezmann, in fact.
At least he wasn't sent home after 15 yellow cards, right? But match officials received a basic fee of some $70,000 from FIFA for their participation at football's biggest showpiece. And in addition to that, each matchday referee also gets another $3,000 per game in the group stages, while that amount rises to then $10,000 in the knockout stages.
And then the exchange rate does the rest. Boom, that's there. So, of course, most notably for Gomez, who is now set to retire from refereeing on his return from Qatar, he officiated the group stage between France and Australia, and Spain against Japan. He was also the fourth official in the quarterfinal between the Netherlands and Argentina. So I think personally he's ticked, I'm sure, a few massive milestones through this process. But, sir, we tip our hats to you. You can buy us all lunch when you return to South Africa. But to the rest of this amazing team, saying good morning, Qatar. Enjoy the build-up to the final. Enjoy your Braai Day tomorrow. We love you. We love the World Cup. We love football.
Let us know your predictions for the final.
Come on.
Come on. Who you got?
It's got to be Argentina all the way.
Yeah?
Messi's got to hold that World Cup. He's got to.
I think it's the story that everyone needs. Can you imagine the headlines? But okay, score though. What's going to be the score? Are we going to?
I see 2-1. As you said it, I see 2-1. I don't think we're going to go to extra time. 2-1. Do you know why I think? Because for this French team, it doesn't matter as much as it does to this Argentinian team. And I don't mean that in a kind of cliched throwaway kind of way. Mbappe, he's going to be fine if he loses this World Cup. Lionel Messi, not so much. And I think his team is going to do it for him. But you can let us know your predictions. And we'd love to hear from you on all of our social media platforms. Who's going to take this World Cup, baby?
Face off every week to create a colorful
things or just your everyday life. This competition
Crush is about to unlock your 100%. On this exciting new TV show, you can realize your potential and live your dreams.
I dream of cooking in a 5-star restaurant.
I dream of singing to the world.
Buy any Crush and share a video of why it should be you to our WhatsApp line or upload it on our socials, tagging Clover Crush and hashtag Crush. Plus, you stand a chance to win your share of 500,000 rands worth of prizes. Crush, 100% goodness.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on S3. Now, after 13 intense weeks of cooking challenges, innovative dishes, and stiff competition, Color Your Plate with Koo has crowned its winner. And I'm now joined by the contestants responsible for bringing us this vibrant color to our plates and to our TV screens. Runner-up, Tabisho Sichorela, and Season 2 winner, Karen van der Merwe. Let's give them a big Expresso welcome, a celebration, and a ululation. Please, at least one. Great to have you two here. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Lovely to be here.
Oh, man. And how lovely to be sitting in your seat right now, Karen, as the winner. You are the champion. All of the hard work has paid off. Has it sunk in yet?
I promise you, I still can't believe I won. I mean, Tabisha really did give me a good run for my money.
Yes, yes.
I can't believe it.
Absolutely. Congratulations to you. And Tabisha, you were saying this is kind of like, are you instituting a rematch here?
Yeah, I think we're having a rematch.
But an experience that I'm sure was very rewarding for you as well.
I think, yeah, the experience was really good. I think Karen gave me a tough time, I can say.
Absolutely.
But, and yeah, she deserved it, and it was a really beautiful journey for me and for my career.
Let's go back to where it all started, because for you, Karen, the love affair with cooking, with food, has been a long-standing one. How were you able to express your passion for cooking during your time on the show?
You know, I think pushing the nerves aside.
Because that's a big thing, right? Forget about the cameras.
It's ginormous. But pushing that aside and focusing on, you know, on what I know, and cooking from the heart, and doing what I love, and I think that helped me through the whole competition to put out the plates that I did.
Yeah, you talk about cooking from the heart. That's exactly what you were doing as well, Tabisha. You were relying very much on, you know, where you come from, your heritage, the kind of legacy that you want to leave on a plate. Tell me about some of the things that inspired you while you were going through the competition, and why it's so important to showcase where you come from on a plate.
I think we actually have something in common with me and Karen, which is the love in the plate.
Yeah.
And the most important thing, I realized that the South African flavors are dying slowly. And that's why I came through to say, be proud of your culture and your heritage. Showcase your food. Showcase that we have different variety of beautiful ingredients that are not known by the world.
Yes.
So therefore, if you use your heritage, keep it cool.
Yeah.
And, you know, elevate it, you know, make it more of like everyone can have it, you know. So that's the thing I think I'm really trying to do and achieve.
Wow. I'm picturing cooking kuruman. Is that a thing that we could go with here?
Yeah, no, cooking kuruman is how we should the kuruman man.
I absolutely love it. And then in terms of the ingredients that were presented to you, Karen, by Koo, how did you find inspiration and integrating them into your own story?
I mean, I think, look, it's really easy to get inspired by Koo. I mean, each and every single Koo product definitely has food memory attached to it.
That's
and,
true. Yeah.
you know, and taking those memories and just working with it and making something creative and transforming it into something creative.
Yeah.
And really just sticking to my roots, I think. And I think we're just saying the same thing, you know, it's sticking to your roots, cooking from the heart, cooking with love, and that's what it's all about.
I mean, you talk about some of those memories, and I remember kind of like a regular Sunday thing was that can of Koo beans, right? That was mixed with some mayonnaise, nyana, on the side as like a smaller nyana salad, right? Smaller salad.
Exactly
side. What are some of your memories when it comes to you know, Koo products from growing up?
Well, I've got a lot of sweet corn, I mean, and you?
I think beans, like you say.
Yeah.
The beans, and it's like a slaw.
Yes.
And sometimes you make a slaw, and then some Koo beans and some mayonnaise there.
Right.
And, you know, having 7 colors.
That was,
ready for it.
That was Sunday 7 colors right there. Now, the two of you have been through an incredible journey, and you've risen to the top. I'll start off with you first, Tabisho, maybe to give a word of encouragement to those who seek to walk the same journey, believe in themselves, really have a passion for cooking and want to see themselves as a future Tabisho or Karen. What would you say to them?
So I think the most important thing, do something that you believe in, that makes you happy. You know, because the world will tell you this is wrong and don't go this direction. But if you believe that I can do it, I mean, it's a struggle. I mean, a lot of emotions attached because you spend time doing some researches, go way back. And, you know, it costs a lot of money to do that.
Of course.
But if you believe in the idea and you keep on striving forward, I mean, you can achieve anything.
Yeah.
If you really do it and you believe in it.
That's right, that's right. Karen, what about you? What would you say to aspiring cooks and chefs out there?
I really think playing with your food isn't a bad thing, isn't always a bad thing, you know? I mean, play, be creative, try new things. It might not always work, but if you pour your heart into it and you try new different things, that's what it's all about.
So now that you're here at this stage and this point of your career, what does the future hold?
So many different things. I mean, we were speaking beforehand. I mean, you've got plans, I've got plans. I'm busy working on my own set of gourmet spices.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, catering for functions. So many things.
Full on business. All right. What about you, sir?
So for me, I mean, Karen, we're the same people, eh? Yeah, so also what I do is I do private chefing.
Yes.
In the name of African Dining Experiences, where I use calabashes, I use all indigenous ingredients and products that's been used, and kind of like utensils. That's what I use. And also I do pop-ups, which is going to be happening in every province in South Africa.
Oh, wow.
I think Kuruman will be there also. So we'll be showing different type of food in different type of all the 9 provinces in South Africa that I'll be doing.
I love the sound of that, man. A tour of South Africa, just food tour. That's absolutely amazing. Yeah. Well, Karen, Tabisho, congratulations to both of you. And thank you for the entertainment, the riveting entertainment and the tasteful, beautiful dishes that we've had the privilege of enjoying, courtesy of your skills.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Now, of course, both Karen and Tabisho will join us in the kitchen later to prepare 2 delectable dishes to color your morning. And first, let's find out more behind the creatives of this fantastic cooking competition with Assistant Brand Manager Corinne Fraser.
After 13 weeks of cooking challenges, Karen van der Merwe was crowned Mzansi's newest cooking star and winner of Color Your Plate with Koo Season 2. And this season was an incredible culinary journey. We have Koo Assistant Brand Manager Karen Fraser joining us on video call this morning to tell us a little bit more. Good morning, Karen. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing well, thanks, and yourself?
Oh, always so exciting having you here on the show and, of course, talking all things Color Your Plate. Tell us, what was the meaning behind the concept of Color Your Plate?
So after the global pandemic, I think a lot of South Africans wanted to know how they could be healthier and how they could make easy, healthy lifestyle choices, but they didn't necessarily know how they could go about that. And I think Color Your Plate with Koo really showed them how they can increase the nutrition that they get in their meals. So the whole concept around Color Your Plate is that the more color you add to your plate, the more nutritious benefits you are getting, therefore allowing you to lead that healthier lifestyle. And I think what's so great about the show is that you have both a chef and a nutritionist as your main judges, which then allows you to get some recipe inspiration on how you can incorporate these amazing fruit and vegetable range from Koo whilst getting those nutritious benefits that Arthur mentions on the show.
See, this is how Koo makes it easy for us to be able to apply that principle to our everyday life so that we can be healthy. Now, this season, season 2, was quite different from the first season. You started off with the first round of 30 contestants in the first 6 episodes, and we followed the journey of the top 6 in the latter episodes. Can you tell me about these changes? Why the change?
There were so many amazing contestants on season 1, but I think we didn't really take the viewers on their culinary journey and the progress that they made, along with the backstories that they have. I think as a nation, we have such rich and diverse stories, and we weren't able to tell that through season 1. So by following I think it was the top 8 actually, because we couldn't choose a top 6 because there was so much talent, we actually followed the top 8, their culinary journey and how their skills were put to the test each week with the new challenges, and just followed them and went into their homes to see where they came from and how they're progressing on the show.
Well, that is amazing, because I mean, the top 8, they were so talented and really impressed the judges, Chef Ruben as well as Arthur. Now, what for you was that highlight or that standout moment of this last season?
I don't think there is a specific moment, but I think something that really stood out to me was just the creativity and the innovation. I mean, there were things on there that I never thought you could do with the Koo product. I mean, Koo pilchards, tempura, corn custard. There were so many things that I think just left all viewers inspired on how to make those healthier lifestyle choices. And just the talent was just incredible.
And speaking of talent, you also had some really incredible guest judges that appeared on the show. Tell us a bit more about them.
The guest judges really ranged from both your foodies all the way to your celebrities that people just follow and love. And we brought back a favorite this season, last season, where he brought the fire, the humor, the personality that everyone loves. And then a familiar face from Koo is Chef Jackie Cameron, where we have our bursary program with her. So it was nice to have that array of judges, because it meant that there was a judge for everyone on the show, really.
And that is what matters, a judge for everyone. Now, I know that we could have, in fact, it was a bit difficult to choose a winner, but Corin's culinary skills were simply unmatched all season long, with fun, bright, and exceptionally innovative dishes that wowed the judges and the celebrity guests every single week. What is your message to Corin?
My message to Corin would be just continue. I think she has so many amazing ideas and such a fresh perspective on food, especially bringing in her farm lifestyle into the way that she does food and that family abundance that she has. So I think that if she continues that, she'll go so far, as well as continue to learn. I think she learns a lot from Chef Ruben on the show, and if she continues to incorporate that, I think she'll go so far in her culinary career.
Well, even as viewers, we learned so much from the contestants and even the judges, which was incredible. But Corin, thank you so much for your time, and all the best for hopefully another season of Color Your Plate with Koo.
Hopefully, you'll just have to wait and see. Thank you so much.
We will have to wait and see. There you have it. That's Corin from Tiger Brands, and what a great season they've just had. And we are hoping to see more of Color Your Plate with Koo soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. I'm so glad you stayed there. We have many things to tell you. In fact, we've got a star to show you as well.
Yeah, we're going to keep her here for as long as possible. Karen Faramava's creativity and her culinary prowess ultimately led to her taking the beloved Koo can and being crowned this year's cooking star on Color Your Plate with Koo.
You know what? We had to pay her a visit at her home to get to know her a little bit better. Take a look at this.
Hi guys, my name is Karen and welcome to our beautiful farm. This is where me and my family spend most of our weekends. I'm a home mommy, I'm a home cook, cooking on fire, cooking in the house, love home cooked meals. So hearty food is exactly what I'm all about. Color Your Plate with Koo was an absolute amazing experience, meeting new people, meeting Arthur, meeting Ruben and all the guest judges. It's definitely one for the books. I've learned so much from the show, especially from Ruben, the way he puts food together, the way he combines flavors. I'm definitely taking that forward in everything I do. The minute they announced me as the winner of Color Your Plate with Koo, I really could not believe it. I mean, with my family by my side, I was really, truly emotional. Hello, Chopalolos! This is my family. This is my husband, Eugene, my daughter, Bella, and my son, Zach. One of the most fulfilling things of our weekends are breeding with these meat master sheep and just teaching the kids about life skills.
Raising on the farm, getting them to get used to the outdoors and enjoying life.
So welcome to my farm kitchen. This is where I like to cook over weekends. It's relaxed, it's just fun, and it's outside and it's summer. So today I'll be preparing a light starter. I'll be using some fresh ciabatta bread. I'm going to thinly slice it. I'll drizzle some garlic flavored olive oil over it, and I'm going to toast it on the fire. I'm going to do a quick pickle of oranges, red onion, mint, and I'm going to pickle it with olive oil, freshly squeezed lemon, salt, and some sugar. So for mains, I'll be cooking sirloin steak on the fire, some borscht for the kids, of course. Then I am going to be charring up some red cabbage, which is a new favorite of mine. I'm completely addicted to cabbage at the moment. And we're going to do crispy fried baby potatoes on the side. Slicing up my steak, I'll be plating it up with these slivers of pesto butter on top, and it's just going to lift that steak to where you want it to be and more. Cooking in the outdoors, standing outside next to a fire, looking at the giraffes, the zebra. What more do you want? What do I do to connect? I mean, the farm. The farm is my place of peace, of calm. This is the place I go to 100% take my mind away. Joburg's hustle and bustle. This is connecting to myself, having time with my family, and just winding down. Thing I think I would say to any aspiring cooks would be keep it simple and add your own twist, and that's what makes a dish delicious. I mean, Color Your Plate with Koo has opened so many doors for me. My business partner and I, we're in the process of launching Pru Gourmet Spices. We are doing a pop-up fine dining restaurant, so there's just so many things that 2023 is holding in for us.
Ek was baie bly wanneer mamma gewen het.
I feel like we should cheer. I feel like we should do something.
Yes, all right.
Come on, girl. Incredible. It's now time to put Karen's cooking skills to the test in our very own kitchen.
Good luck.
Well, here we are in the kitchen. The moment has arrived to cook with Karen. Of course, she's the winner of Color Your Plate with Koo, and she's about to make some delicious, very easy, I hope,
Extremely
red
easy.
kidney bean croquettes. Is this something that you make on the regular at home?
It actually is.
Really?
You know, it definitely is.
Amazing, amazing. Well, it is the season for snacking, and I think that everyone at home will absolutely love these red kidney bean croquettes that we're about to make. They're going to be a winner at any of your gatherings. Place them on a serving platter, and I'm sure they'll disappear really, really quickly. All right, let's make them very quickly.
Very quickly. So it's really easy. We have your Koo red kidney beans.
Indeed.
We add that to a blender. You rinse it before.
Okay, all right.
Then you'll add some smoked paprika.
Lovely stuff.
A lot of cumin. I love cumin, thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Some oregano.
I'm only still learning about spices and how they interact with certain flavors. So when you say, do I love cumin? I'm like, do I?
So we've got some chopped onion, a little bit of oats.
Oh, is that to help it bind, right?
To help it bind, exactly. Season with some salt and pepper. And then we blend it.
Beautiful stuff.
Easy peasy.
Tell me about how you've gone about adapting your nutrition. I don't know if it's something that you really focus on when it comes to cooking, and especially since being part of Color Your Plate with Koo.
You know what? I've always been about healthy living and balanced, like not eating plans, but like balanced habits.
Yes,
you know?
especially for the family, right?
Especially for the family.
Just gonna give it a bit of a wiggle. Hey, get in there, Karen.
And working out, of course. In the kitchen.
When the blender doesn't want to blend, help it.
You shake it.
Help it, help it.
And then I shouldn't lose my clothes in the meantime.
Well, that comes with
working out
while you're in the
clothes, I
kitchen.
mean, seriously.
There we go. So you're going to give that just a nice little blend?
A nice little blend. If it didn't blend properly, you'll just squish it in a bowl.
You might need a little bit of liquid to help it along, would you?
Exactly, yeah. But you don't want it too liquidy.
Yes.
Because otherwise you won't be able to form your croquettes.
Yes.
You know?
They won't be croquetting.
No, at all. See, because it's quite mushy. Beautiful colour.
Ah, okay. I can't wait to taste it, especially with the combination of spices that you use there.
So just mixing it through, and then we want to form some croquettes.
Okay.
Whichever shape you would prefer.
So you go there. Little spoon. How do you usually go about it?
I usually use my hands. So I'm going to do
there
that
you go.
right now.
Doesn't that
Just
feel
form
weird?
it. It does at all. It does. Dunk it in some flour. Dip it in some flour.
Okay, there we go. Lovely. And then from there into some
coconut cream.
Oh, coconut cream first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you know what? I think a lot of people is on the whole vegan vibe, vegetarian vibe. So this is 100% vegan.
And then into some panko.
Into some panko crumbs. And then we fry them off.
Oh, lovely.
And some warm oil. Beautiful. Perfect.
Beautiful stuff. So you'll just get that golden, crispy outside, and then you'll know that they're because obviously the ingredients that have gone in.
Exactly that. You can't let them go too long because then they'll disintegrate.
Oh,
so just watch
be
them.
careful.
They just need to go crispy, and then take them out.
Beautiful stuff. And then you'll have something akin to this.
Exactly.
And then you'll need a trusty. Oh, there we go. Please, please. Yes, you show me how to do it.
I like a little bit of a dipping sauce, a little bit of extra flavor. Once again, Koo. So Koo, I love the chakalaka, the mild chakalaka.
Yes.
I blend it off, mix it with a little bit of mayonnaise, and then I like to do a smear on it.
Oh, so you've blended the chakalaka completely there. That's why it's nice and saucy that way.
Exactly.
I wonder how that would be for like a chip sauce.
A chip dip.
Yeah?
It's a festive season. I mean,
are we okay here? We're not
nice.
disintegrating.
Oh, please check for me. Thank you.
Okay, we've got a golden. Oh, that looks amazing. Look at that. Is this what we're looking for?
Stunning. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah? So
Thank
I'm going
you.
to put this little one right over here next to the ones that we have completed. Lovely stuff. Okay. And then it's just about the plating, make it look absolutely amazing. You've got some tomatoes, cherry tomatoes.
Oven roasted cherry tomatoes. You can add some garlic cloves, roast those off too. Freshness, it's healthy, it's colourful.
What did you do here with the...
It's roasted, slivers of roasted courgettes.
Okay.
Some more veggies, you know, healthy, balancing.
This is amazing. Vegetarian as you like.
Beautiful.
Presentation,
and then,
beautiful.
Who doesn't love a little bit of sweet chili sauce? So just a small dollop of sweet chili sauce.
Look at that.
And
Could you add some to this one over here? I'm gonna.
oh, I could
I have to have a bit of a taste, and I'm gonna just.
just make it pretty for you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Oh, what are we doing? Look at that. Let that sit over there. Take a mental picture quickly because I'm about to devour this. Here we go. Oh, get in.
Delicious, right?
Oh, hello. That's doing the things.
And how easy?
Thank you very much.
5-minute meals.
I'll color your plate with Koo champion, Karen van der Merwe, making these delicious croquettes. Try them out at home. Super easy, super delicious.
Are you looking for love but struggling to meet the right person for you? Love is Love is an exciting new dating reality TV show that could help you find your match. WhatsApp a video introducing yourself and what you're looking for in a partner to 068 479 1441 and you could be selected to take part in the TV show. Enter now on 068 479 1441. Love is Love, coming soon to SABC2.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And when I say feel good, I'm talking about a Christmas feeling. It's going to come over you. It will, because we're happy and we are glad. We are honored. In fact, I'm honored. She's twinkling in front of my face here, and you'll see it, you know what I'm talking about shortly. But gospel and soul vocalist Tracy Carter is back, and she's been singing professionally for 2 decades and is also a performance director. You have to say the tour at the end, that way it sounds more official. Now, Tracy's accompanied in studio this time by musicians forming the Tracy Carter and Crushed Velvet. Oh, my word. It does also sound like a cake, but you will see, as in cake, because that was exactly what they're going to do for you today. They've been together for 6 years, and they have an exciting concert on the 20th of December, and we have to talk about it. We just have to. Tracy, welcome back.
Thank you so much. Good to
You
be back.
look amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, you are giving me a Christmas feeling already.
I'm glad. That's the whole idea.
Yes, Tracy. Oh, my word. Okay, so I know Tracy as in the soul vocalist. Like, I know you, and I know that you have, like, pipes for days.
Thank you.
You just gooi, and then it's out. But now there's Tracy Carter, and, of course, there's the Crushed Velvet thing.
Yeah.
I want to know what that project was about, because I feel like I missed that beat.
Yes, so we've been working together for a while, and you know, it's always been I'm solo artist, then with a band, but for the past year we've sort of knuckled down and become a lot more serious about doing things together as a band, and I'm blessed to work with a wonderful group of musicians and vocalists, and yeah, we launched our album at the end of last year, and have just kept the momentum going. So it's been wonderful, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So just a quick one. So Tracy Carter is an artist.
Yes.
Tracy Carter and crushed velvet.
Correct.
How do those two, what's the difference there?
Well, look, obviously it's synergy. It's intertwines and works together. But obviously there are times when I perform on my own as Tracy Carter. But when I'm in my happy place is when I'm with crushed velvet.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. Otherwise, the velvet would have been crushed to feel that they can't be themselves without you. Shame,
Definitely.
man. But let's look at 2022. There's so many exciting things. World Expo Dubai must be right up there. What are some of the other highlights of this year for you?
Yeah, it's been good. Traveling again has been wonderful. Also, did a bit of a tour in Namibia and in California in July, so that was great.
California?
In California, yes.
Oh, my word. Like, how do they respond to Tracy Carter and from South Africa?
Well, obviously, within California, it's a big Latino community. And so I just blended right in, and everybody was like, you look like you're from here. So, so it was really awesome.
Oh, I get it, man. You look like you're from us,
There we go.
You gotta sing, man.
Completely.
We got a dinner and stuff. You want to come sing at
And I habla Espanol a little bit, so I could just, go under the radar.
Why not? That is so great. But, obviously just being with this group for 6 years.
Yeah.
What has it been like to actually keep the momentum going? To keep everybody happy in the group and to make sure, stay the course. This is our project. It's going to last forever.
Yeah.
How do you keep a group together?
Well, I think it's about finding what's our ness, what makes us unique.
Yes.
What's it that we're wanting to share with Cape Town, to share with the world. And I think that's what's kept us together, that we all have that same passion. We want to make beautiful music together. We want to create a different sound. We want something new, unique. And a lot of us like the nostalgic feel of music.
Yes.
And I think that's what's kept us together. Obviously, we've had changes in musicians and people, shifting in different parts of their life. But the core is still there, and so I'm really excited about that.
I'm excited too, because that Christmas feeling is coming.
It is.
It is time to punt that Christmas feeling, because I have been privy to some of your warm-ups.
Yeah.
I was sitting here, and you've been doing this warm-up thing for the entire
actually had
morning.
A mini show.
No, I had a mini show proper, but there were people, dermatologists on the couch.
There we go.
You gave a dermatologist goosebumps.
I'm telling you.
Their skin lifted I'm just saying. So let's talk about that Christmas feeling. How do we get tickets? How do we get involved?
Yeah, so that Christmas feeling is happening next Tuesday, the 20th of December.
Yes.
And it's going to be at the Grote Kerk in Adley Street. Very excited to be in this place. It's the oldest church in South Africa. Okay.
I've been there, and it is gorgeous.
It is fabulous.
It really is.
It's really going to give you that Christmas feeling.
Okay.
And tickets are at Web Tickets, and they range from 50 Rand for balcony standing seats, and it goes up to 150. So really affordable, really accessible.
That's very cheap, eh? Because I watched you do warm-ups here, and I wanted to pay.
Thank you.
I found myself, I wanted to get up, because I wanted to get up and pay you.
Yeah.
I was actually looking for your hat.
Yeah.
On the floor, just couldn't find it. No, but so that is really reasonable, and I mean, you've been considerate to us consumers.
Yes, and we know it's a tough time, economic crunch, and we want the family to come, you know?
The whole family.
Correct, and so we wanted to make it as accessible as possible,
That's so great, Tracy. Honestly, I'm so proud to see your trajectory, to see where you're going.
Thank you.
I know there are many more projects in the pipeline, and I mean, we're here to support you at Expresso, so
thank you.
Come back anytime. But of course, we have to hear you sing, and that's going to happen because, woo, that Christmas feeling, it will overcome you. We're going to see Tracy Carter and the Crushed Velvet. That's going to be here a little bit later. But of course, get your tickets now, please. Web tickets, 50 to 150. It is so, so cheap. And I'm telling you, so affordable. For this quality, you should get 5 million tickets. Why not?
And then spread the Christmas love. Think of it as a Christmas present, an early one. And speaking of Christmas and all things festive, if chocolate indulgence is your thing, and I would imagine a few of you putting your hands up, you're going to want to take note. Now, Fez recently entered TikTok sensation Fem's Kitchen to make a, get this, decadent Cadbury dessert for the festive season. And I think you want to try this at home. Take a look.
If you love finding recipes on TikTok, then I'm sure you've come across one or two of Fem's mouth-watering recipes. And we've been lucky enough to be invited into her home, where she's going to show us how to make one of her festive hits. Yes, we're talking about the delicious chocolate brownie ice cream cake. Wow, Fems, what a beautiful home you have.
Thank you.
I know that you're a bona fide TikTok hit. How did all of that start?
Okay. okay, bruh, there's no such thing as a bona fide TikTok hit. But I do think that I'm having fun. So for me, the biggest thing is like, you know, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, all of those things. It's all about the kind of content you're putting out there, and I'm definitely not going viral. But I think for me, I'm having fun.
And you are making reference to this recipe, which has been doing its rounds. What inspired it?
I'm a chocolate kind of girl. I can have everything in every flavor of chocolate. So when I saw the Cadbury butterscotch and almond one, I was like, imagine this in a brownie, but not just a brownie. I mean, why just do a brownie? It's a brownie ice cream sandwich. Yeah.
Ooh, just listening to you talking about this butterscotch and almond crush infused deliciousness, I want to know how to do it.
Okay, so now this brownie recipe is super easy. You don't even need a stand mixer for it. Let's get the butter. We need 300 grams of butter. So the easy thing about this recipe is almost everything gets done either in your pan or in your bowl. In your pan goes your butter, your chocolate, your cocoa powder, and a little pinch of salt to bring out that chocolatey flavor. And then in your bowl is flour and caster sugar, baking powder, because we want it to rise, right? Mix it up. We're gonna add our chocolate mixture in, and then 4 eggs. Done.
Well, that was very quick and easy to make. Actually, why would you encourage South Africans to be in the kitchen together for this festive season?
You know, the one thing I find like towards the end of the year is we tend to all take time off. We take more time off. We take our breaks. We take our holidays. There's enough public holidays at this time. It's a good time for us to connect. Like our kids want to do stuff with us. And it's so fun, especially my kids. They always want to be in my pots and in my stuff. I mean, if I was cooking vegetables, I'd still include them. Maybe they'll eat the vegetables then. But let's be honest, cake always goes down better. I mean, brownies, chocolate.
I think we've been waiting long enough. Let's put this bad boy into the oven.
Let's get in there. 30 to 45 minutes on 180 degrees for a nice fudgy brownie. Okay, so once the brownie is cooled, we're going to cut it up to fit into our loaf pan, pack it in the middle, some ice cream.
Yeah, without me, it probably would have melted, if I'm being honest. But I put it all together, and I think you guys are all going to see how amazing it is. There's a Cadbury favorite ingredient in this recipe, huh?
So this is actually one of my favorite from the festive range. It's the butterscotch and crushed almonds one. I love it. But you can do this brownie with any of the festive flavors from Cadbury. I'm like cinnamon crunch. You got the coconut and hazelnut one. It's all good stuff, bud. All good stuff. And they've got a gingerbread one that is delicious.
Wow, Fims, this looks incredible.
And how easy was it to make?
It was literally 7 ingredients. Very simple for me.
Yeah,
Can we dig in?
Dig in.
I'm going to be honest, my favorite part today was eating. It was delicious. The festive season is truly the embodiment of giving, and Cadbury is encouraging everyone to give a little more this festive season, whether it's giving a little more of your time or the perfect gift. This season embodies generosity for all South Africans. Join the conversation and share how you plan to hashtag Give a Little with Cadbury and bring the magic of the festive season alive.
Please do exactly that. Give a little this festive season. Trust me, a little can go a long way. Fez, I hope you enjoyed that one bite of calorie that you've had this entire year. Who knew that he had those kind of skills in the kitchen? Absolutely beautiful to see.
Nothing feels better than giving, especially over the festive season. So generously give a little with Cadbury Dairy Milk. There's a glass and a half in every one.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on S3. We're celebrating the winner and runners-up of Color Your Plate with Koo, which has brought us so much excitement. And Thabiso Setjorela is a name that you definitely need to keep in mind. A man who has done quite amazing things.
And he knows where he's coming from. Of course, the runner-up of Color Your Plate with Koo on SABC2. He's an amazing young guy, but he also impressed the judges and walked away with some incredible prizes. Talented chef and a food developer. We love this kid.
Yeah, we get to know him. Take a look at this.
Hello guys, my name is Thabiso Setjorela and I'm a private chef, and this is my house in Mfuleni. I'm getting ready to go to work, so you can come inside and join me here. I'm from Kuruman, Northern Cape, and a small village called Kuruman, and I came here in Cape Town because I wanted to study culinary. So my experience with Color Your Plate with Koo was one of the best experiences ever, and with a lot of emotions, but it was a beautiful journey for me. Being a runner-up in Color Your Plate with Koo was the beautiful thing I've ever got in my life also. I think it made me realize that what I want to achieve, I can still achieve it. What I want to achieve is, since we've got the different type of cultures and believe in South Africa, but I want to do one plate that have everything from any other culture and be able to share one plate with everyone. We're at Baker's Lane right now. This is actually, I can say, call it my office, where when I normally do my pop-up events, I'm always here. Okay, so the name of the business is called Kasi Cuisine. What we basically focus on, we're focusing in growing South African cuisine from acres. So today's menu basically is going to be like a butternut samp, kind of like samp risotto, with some little bit of pulled beef, but we don't call it pulled beef in Tswana, we call it chotlo, and then pulled chicken. So I'm gonna be serving with, normally we always have chakalaka, but today we're making chakalaka salsa using the Koo baked beans. So in here I've got my sauce that I'm gonna be using for the beef, and which is like a beer and mushroom sauce. And then I'm gonna be just using for putting the beef here, cooking it together a little bit to make it come together. I add the butter, and I'm gonna go to salt and pepper and my rooibos infusion spice. So when this one is simmering, I'm gonna start with my chicken and then just add like some seeds and herbs in it. But I end up adding rooibos to it, just to give it a South African flavor, not only for tea, but actually for cooking also. The sample looks amazing, and I can't wait to taste it. And everyone, I hope you will like it at home. I'm gonna do my sauce now. And I'm using my peppers, some onions into it, some little bit of tomato for the freshness, some spring onion. I'm doing the chakalaka salsa, which is like the baked beans raw. When I get people to come to taste my food, the thing is I want to show them that there is a different way of cooking the same thing.
Samp and bean risotto was just, it was spot on.
The master plan is to make sure that I still push with the business, and even next year become more popular, actually do more pop-ups often, traveling around South Africa, you know, sharing one plate. And I think that's the thing I'm looking forward to. Traveling chef, I can say.
Gotta love that. Living the good life, creating scrumptious meals on plates and then just riding off into the sunset, eh?
Oh, he deserves it. What an incredible young man. So we're going to continue to be impressed with these cooking stars. Thabiso is standing by in our very own kitchen to whip up a chakalaka ratatouille. Is that ratatouille? Ratatouille.
Yes.
Okay, and he's going to do it well, fusing flavors of both local and international, because that's what he does.
Beautiful.
I watched the movie Ratatouille and it was fantastic. That's why I'm ready for this recipe. Thabiso! Ahoy, bro. Look at you, my friend. Runner-up, I know. Amazing prizes. And now you're here. I'm putting you to the test today. Apparently, chakalaka and ratatouille have a place together. There's like a connection here somehow. How are you going to put that together? Because, I mean, you've got a Kasi cuisine vibe, right?
Yes,
You love
Kasi
to keep it
cuisine vibe,
local.
Yes. So actually, basically what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be making ratatouille, but now it's going to come up with some like South African flavors. Basically, it's a braai that went to another school that I don't know.
So you say a braai went to private school?
Yeah. No, not a private school.
Oh, no.
I didn't say private school.
Did you not say private school?
Yeah. I
Okay.
said private school.
I said private school.
You said it.
It's fine.
So basically what I'm doing, I just do normal chakalaka here.
Woo!
And then basically chakalaka and ratatouille is almost one thing. But as chakalaka is a side dish.
Yes.
And then in Italy, it's a main dish.
Aha.
So now I'm saying you can use chakalaka as the side, you can use it as a main, doesn't matter. And then, yeah, you can start doing my peppers there.
So do your peppers. Did you just put me to work? I was going to talk to you now. You put me to work. Yeah, it's fine.
You give me a test.
I'm putting it to the test. You better get this recipe done. You've got 1 minute left. I'm kidding. I'm joking. That's 2 minutes.
Yeah, so basically what I'm doing here, I'm doing my steak, but if you want to, when you have family and friends, you can use it as on a braai.
That's it, Dave. Braaiing is better. I would agree with you, eh? Braaiing is so much better. What type of chop do you want on this pepper? You want French, Kasi, Hungarian, German? Okay, I'll surprise you. I'm going to do a beautiful, beautiful chop here. Okay. That's how I go. Now, the thing is about chakalaka is that I feel like we need to make sure that we bring this to the world. Chakalaka is like the amapiano, man, of food.
Yes.
You understand? Like, whenever you play it, everybody must get down with chakalaka, like if it's going to be added. I love it with braai because it's got the perfect combination of flavor. It's so balanced. Mkomboti, is that going in?
No, not mkomboti.
Okay, just beer in a calabash.
In a calabash, in African way, you know.
Wow,
And to play some
I was about to ask you. I was like, we're getting proper traditional now. That was amazing. But beer's adding.
Mkomboti, but almost killed me.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
yeah, so that's what we're doing. Basically, when we're done with everything, and just basically getting your stuff going.
This is great. And I mean, you're using some great Koo products. I mean, all of them are fresh and they're all easy to use as well. I also like the fact that you can catch a recipe on one of the cans every now and then when you use it. And But I just want to ask you, like, in terms of what you learned during the competition, how have you used that to better yourself as a chef as you went through?
Really, I've been spending more time in the library trying to learn more recipes. And with Koo, I just realized that with Koo products, they're actually everywhere in South African flavor. Chakalaka, most of the beans. So I think it's one thing that we should really look into. Using Koo products always. And then
that's correct.
Actually use in a different way, in a better way, you know.
And I mean, have you been inspired by the Koo products, like all the, the options that you have in the Koo range?
Yes, I've been really inspired with that. How far with my peppers, by the way?
I am ready, brother.
Okay.
I gave you I did a different type of chop on these, so you can see that they're more refined. They're almost translucent. That's kind of how I like to do it at home.
So now,
just like that.
This time we're not eating amasi as with pap. We actually
amasi, that is just, oh man.
Yeah, so this amasi ours is.
And then what are we adding to the amasi now?
So basically we're using the beef stock. I normally get my beef stock from Woolly, and I just make sure that I use it into my flavors also.
Tabisha, there's something that you just inspired me, and I couldn't resist, man. But I think this is going to be amassing. If you think about it.
It's going to be amassing.
I think it's amassing because you've added this flavor. It's just perfect that way.
Not
but
pap here.
But I love this, and you know what? Throughout the competition, what I loved is that you always paid homage to your upbringing, to your culture, and I think that's the most incredible thing. Adding the Koo colors to your plate, adding your color to your plate, your amazing experience. I think that's the most beautiful thing. So, Tabisha, it's honestly great to have you as a runner-up, but of course, I feel like you're just winning at life, and that the next part of your journey, putting SA cuisine into a different echelon, like that's the real win here. So over here, I've got I've almost got I've got what you're doing here, but I've really got it broken down.
Yes.
Shall I plate?
Just can start plating by
Can I plate?
You want to plate?
I think that's when I give it a shot. I want to see if I know how to.
But then if you plate wrong, I'm coming for you.
Okay.
Just be
really?
Careful. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can do this. Okay. Yeah. I'll try my best to plate
Let's
over
see how
here.
you're doing it.
I'm gonna do this, okay? Okay, I'm ready for this. Okay, I'm gonna do it just like that. All right. I'm gonna give it a bit of height over here.
Okay.
Right. And then I would probably do that over there. Negative space in the plate over there, like that. Okay.
You got something here for you?
I'll do that. Thank you. It's for me.
Yeah, this is a sauce for our meat.
Okay.
Let's see how you do it.
And then I'll do a little sauce over here. Oh, the sauce that you made is it's gorgeous. The calabash.
Let's go. Why are you shy?
I like to do it. There we go. And then finish off. And we are done. Tabisho! That's how you do it, my friend. Give me some love. Yes.
You did it, not me.
Was it? No, but we did it together. That's the most important thing.
Teamwork.
You were a great runner-up, and of course, you are winning, my friend. We're going to watch your journey as you climb and climb, and I cannot wait to chow at your restaurant. It's beautiful. Tabisho, remember this name. He is a fantastic chef. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso, you're in S3. I'm going to tuck in. Ha! That's all us.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back as we bring a little of the outside inside. Luther Burbank once, I think, put it best. Flowers always make people better, happier and more helpful. They are sunshine, food and medicine to the soul. There's nothing like a fresh bouquet of flowers to lift your mood. We love that for you at home. And here to give us all the reasons to smile this festive season is Alex Learmont, product developer for horticulture from Woolworths. Alex, great to have you back.
Thank you so
looks
much.
absolutely beautiful. The layout, I mean, we always talk about the power of bringing green into your space. You guys allow us to do it in a way that is completely on a different level. And I feel the Christmas. I'm actually getting goosebumps.
I love it. I love it.
It is absolutely stunning. So what can we expect from the horticultural team, your little Christmas elves?
Well, first of all, at Woolies Horticulture, we absolutely love Christmas. It's one of our favorite events of the year. And we work all year long to bring you this absolutely fantastic range, from trees to the most beautiful bouquets, premium bouquets like this called Sugar Plum with beautiful roses, beautiful hypericum berries. We've got selected table decors, all the little smalls for you, beautiful poinsettias. Really, just the most gorgeous range, and something for everyone out there, for gifting, for your table, for your home.
And quite bespoke as well. There's something about gifting someone a plant. It's obviously a long-term investment in many cases. Something like this for a child, a little cactus that they can look after.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful. It screams Christmas, which is amazing to me, how you can you can whittle down this amazing range to get to this kind of identity. It's absolutely beautiful. We love a little exclusive range, something that we know we're not going to get anywhere else, that most of the people coming to visit us aren't going to see anywhere else.
No, no.
What's exclusive at Woolies this year?
So exclusive at Woolies this year are our speciality poinsettias. We have, obviously you've got your red hero poinsettia that everybody absolutely loves, but at Woolworths we dig a little deeper and we find poinsettias with different colors, interesting leaf shapes, pink ones, sort of peachy ones as well.
It's the most amazing plant to look at in person. It almost looks unreal.
Absolutely.
The way that the color transitions between the green and the lights, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and we have them in a range. We've got small ones, we've got slightly bigger ones, we've got one in baskets, so yeah.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. I love the fact that there is literally something for everybody. How do you guys get it right? I know there is a lot of science going on, and you work very closely with the guys producing, growing these amazing, especially with the roses. We've seen like a quantum leap forward there. How are you able to get the flowers to last as long? Is that an inside secret? Am I allowed to know?
I'll tell you a little bit about an inside secret. I think it starts first of all with passion. Our team and our supply base, we are absolutely passionate about bringing you the absolute best. We don't just choose any old varieties. All varieties go through absolute rigorous testing, and we only bring you the best in shelf life. You also have to look at the Woolies cold chain, our post-harvest treatments. Everything is geared towards that longer lasting promise, and often they end up lasting longer. So,
and I love that, because if you're going to spend the money on something that's premium, you want to know that you're going to get the quality at the back end. It's as simple as that. I've had my eyes opened. I think because we're going for a less ostentatious and kind of loud Christmas, so much focus is on the table, on how we can bring this theme of Christmas into that most intimate of spaces. And let's be honest, most families are going to be settling around the table for a downsized Christmas this year maybe, but you still want to feel that Christmas cheer. So what would you recommend from a plant perspective and a decor perspective on the table itself?
I would recommend, personally, for my Christmas table, I am going to be putting all the little smalls along my Christmas table. We've got little hollies in white and blue pots. We've got little succulents in white and blue pots. You can mix and match them with like the little Christmas sheep, the mini poinsettias. The other thing that I really love to do at my Christmas table is deconstruct the bouquets, put the flowers into little posy jars, lay them across the table. If you buy a bouquet like this, you can probably get 3 or 4 little posies out of it. So, you know, you can also think out the box in terms of the product offering.
Yeah, I love that. Then you can really personalize. You can speak to every guest that is there. For me, it's the holly. Okay, I'm just thinking how I'm going to hang this above every door in my house.
The jolly holly.
Baby, I'm coming for you this Christmas.
Go.
Oh, you guys have done a phenomenal job. I know it just seems to get better and better every year, but you have nailed Christmas this year perfectly. Well done. I know this is a 365 deal for you guys, not just one day of the year.
Absolutely.
Give yourself and the rest of your Christmas elves a massive pat on the back.
Will do. Thank you, Graham.
Outdone yourselves. Beautiful. Festive bloomers. This one is for you. Have a colourful festive season with fabulous festive flowers from Woolies that are going to last so much longer, and you can find them in store, online, or on the app. And of course, you have the added bonus of winning a R1,000 Woolies gift card. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page and tell us what is your favourite flower and why. And don't forget to include that hashtag Woolies Christmas. Competition closes at midnight today, so get on it. But you can find all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Alex, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, 'tis the season to give back, and no one knows it better than the Crazy Store. And we are giving awesome toys to 5 of our lucky viewers so that they can put something a little extra special under the tree this year. This, of course, all with the help of the Crazy Store. And all you have to do is tell us which of the Crazy Store's toys are your favorite and why. And this morning we have a lucky winner which we'd like to crown. Give me a dramatic drum roll there, please. Congratulations to Chad van der Rede. Indeed, indeed. Chad said this: baby doll with accessories. Being a dad, I would love to spoil my kids. Hashtag crazy festive toys. And we actually have Chad on the line right now. Good morning to you, Chad.
Good morning. Hi.
Oh, man, congratulations. How are you feeling this morning being a winner of this great prize?
Definitely good, eh? Definitely, though. Now I'm going to be putting a smile on my little one's face as well, so definitely.
Oh, man. Dad's going to be the favorite this Christmas, I think, eh?
No, definitely, though.
Listen, how excited are you to give your daughter that adorable little baby doll with the chair and the accessories for Christmas?
Definitely very excited, because now at least I killed 2 stones in one, because now I can spoil the wife and buy her something, though, as well.
Yes.
So definitely.
Absolutely. So tell me, do you have any special plans for Christmas? How do you usually run the morning when you wake up? What do you do?
Definitely it has to be Christmas presents opening up. So probably, because we can't put it the night before, otherwise they won't go and sleep. So we'll put it in the middle of the night, we'll put it out. And then once they wake up, they'll open up their gifts.
Ah, Chad, Listen, thanks so much for entering the competition. Congratulations on winning and have a fantastic festive season.
Thank you so much, you too, eh?
Wonderful stuff. Of course, I mean, as parents, it's natural to want to spoil your kids, especially during this festive season. Affordability has finally made quality at the Crazy Store. But of course, don't just take our word for it. Go browse their endless range of amazing toys for yourself.
Big or small, we have got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
Now we are back in studio for some entertainment for you. We have the fantastic, amazing, and incredible Tracy Carter. I tried to look for more adjectives, but it would have been overbearing. And she would have looked at me here on my face and made it warm, but it's fine. And the band, don't forget the band, Crushed Velvet. We're not sure what crushed a velvet, but you'll be crushing on them later. They've got a song that'll put you in the mood for Christmas. Their concert's on the 20th of December. And this is a power track just for you. It's called Because of Christmas. Oh, 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 oh.
A world lost and broken, dying in their sin, needed a savior, one who'd cleanse them from within. But across the world, no man was worthy, so Jesus said that he would be the one. Yes, he would come, and yes, we have Christmas because he loves us. Oh, the gift of life he gave, so the world won't be the same. And because of Christmas and the price he chose to pay, I can live forever, and I'm grateful for the gift of Christmas Day. Now, why do we choose to live without him, struggling through the pain, when we can live in perfect peace with just the mention of his name? So I choose to live in the life he died to give, and all I become is 'cause God sent his son. And yes, we have Christmas because he loves us. Oh, the gift chose to pay. I can live forever, and I'm grateful for the gift of Christmas Day.
Do you feel it? I just want to give gifts. It is the most amazing thing. Tracy Carter and Crush Velvet, there is another song coming up. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Also, if you're going to go to the concert 20 December, Grote Kerk, it's called The Christmas Feeling. Please bring along a little food parcel of non-perishables for St. Mary's Home for Hope. They do want to make sure that they're looking after the community and giving you the songs that are going to make you feel festive. Stick around. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Defeat your mucus monster, Mucofizz. Loosen mucus and phlegm for clearer airways. Brought to you by Pharma Dynamics.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on S3. Now, can you believe it? In just 10 days, we'll be coming together to celebrate Christmas. And, of course, one of my favorite things that I love about a South African Christmas is our weather. And here to show us how we can make the most of the sun, our South African weather, and how we enjoy it is stylist and blogger Megan Pedro, who's tag-teaming husband Clement this morning. So he's out, you're in.
Yeah.
Did he take the car? Did he leave it here for you?
As well.
Oh, dinner sorted. All right, but that's the thing, right? We get to celebrate Christmas during the summer. The rest of the world up north, yes, they've got the snowy thing going on, but here it's just balmy weather, beautiful things, and we can actually afford to then have our tables outside looking absolutely brilliant, which is what you're going to be showing us this morning.
Completely, everything al fresco. The fashion, the food, everything is seasonal, everything is delicious. A cheese board, and a cheese board with fresh seasonal fruit, and then of course an outdoor table.
Oh, let's go through some of the elements that you've incorporated into this beautiful design and decor that are going to be zhuzhing up our festive table, right?
Amazing. Okay, so I would start with the base, which is always the tablecloth, or some kind of thing that you'd, put over your table. So this is the most beautiful printed tablecloth. And what I love is it's so unique because the outside is printed.
Right.
Which means that on top of your table, it's completely smooth and neutral. So it's, you're not, your eye is not covered with
Oh, yes, exactly. So it's not doing too much on your eyes.
Yes, but
when you look at it from afar, it does the beauty.
It's just really, really beautiful. And then you've got your really printed napkins which go with it.
Matching napkins as well. This is the gram all over here. This is everyone at your table. Oh my goodness, where's the food? Doesn't matter. Just take pictures of this.
Not yet. You see, Clem hasn't come in yet with the food. So this is where we start. But then we build layers and textures. And I always think that's the perfect way to set a table.
Layers, textures.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've got the most beautiful woven runner in the center, because with your eye you immediately see that there are sections of your table, and your runner has created such a stunning way for you to know that that's where the food is going to be placed.
Oh yes, okay, yes, it draws your eye to that
so
part of the table.
design-wise, you're just seeing little pockets, and then also functional design. So we've gone with really earthy, neutral textures all the way along the runner. It just creates that moment again.
Beautiful stuff. All right, so what's our next layer and texture that we are creating?
I would go then to the table settings. So specifically, we've got the most beautiful woven placemats, which I think are such a great way to add. I mean, the height on this is so lovely. So we've got that, and then mixing and matching your crockery. I think, the last 2 years we have not been hosting 14, 16 people at our home. And people are now stressing to think, how do I have 16 place settings? This is the best way to do it, because everything neutral goes together.
That's very true. And these are just, these give me such authentically just South African...
Oh, I love it.
It's a South African feeling I'm getting from these placemats.
And also, rattan is so in. So I feel like it's just such a design, great element that comes with it. And then, of course, how can you forget the crackers?
Gotta go with the cracker too.
Woolies has the most insane selection this year. They are musical crackers. They are crackers specifically for kids. It is so, musical crackers are so for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So for you.
Show me into that aisle.
And then these are the green, of course, for outside. Just the color palette, we're kind of bringing it in.
Beautiful.
And then just for your, pièce de résistance,
yes,
we're kind of going for your centerpiece here, right? Which is not just an LED metal candle, because if Eskom decides to, make it moody on Christmas.
Yes, then you just, okay.
We go with the mood.
I love that. I love that. The glassware, talk to me about that as well. This is beautiful.
It is absolutely beautiful. So these are actually 3 different ranges, but you would never say because they're so beautifully entangled together.
Yes.
So we've got the beautiful Hudson, which is your water glass, which is essential at a table, because this is a full day event. You really have to keep hydrated the entire day. Your stunning saucer. Now, this is just
where the bubbles at.
Such a chic style glass. And then your Luna. That jazzy touch.
Oh,
is just
look at that!
Beautiful.
Oh, did you see what it does? I wonder if you can actually capture that on the light. Look at that.
It's like an earring. It's like a piece of jewelry.
What? This is as we get deeper into the day. We've gone from the morning, just because you need some of that juice. Then the afternoon we get the bubbles. Now it's already Christmas lunch, dinner. Hey, we're getting festive now. Something red in there.
I love it.
Might colour the table. This is absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you're really wanting to mix things up, I would move one of our beautiful horticultural moments onto the table. It's a perfect switch, and Woolies has a huge selection for you.
Stunning stuff. So impress your guests around the festive table with Christmas essentials from Woolworths. And of course, you can shop all of these table settings essentials at Woolworths in store, online, and even on the app.
Now that the table decorations are sorted, we need to adorn it with some food that's going to look like a decoration. We want you to sprinkle some joy with Salati this festive season with this unbelievably rich and creamy gingerbread cheesecake recipe. I thought it was cheesecake, but it's not really. It's on a different level entirely. It's spicy and it's smooth. It's got fillings layered on a crispy ginger crust and finished off with a sweet and tangy glaze before being dressed even more with gingerbread man cookies. It's incredible, and it looks absolutely beautiful. And the best part, it's easy to make. It's, I think, a crowd pleaser, and it's going to definitely be a highlight of your meal in any kind of setting.
Yes.
Tando, this is impressive. When I saw the finished product, I was like, what is it even?
This is your festive cheesecake.
It transcends being a cheesecake.
Yes.
I've got to say that. It's on a different level. When a cheesecake gives you goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Are you excited? Okay. It's going to be good.
What's wrong with me? So I proclaimed to the world that it is easy to make. So please prove to me how easy this is.
All right. So in the bowl, we've got some cheese. We've got some cream cheese. Then we're going to blend that. Whoop.
Okay.
There we go.
Almost there.
There we go.
There we go.
Then we're just going to soften that.
See, even the blender's intimidated. The blender's like, what is this cheesecake? Are you sure?
Yeah, and in the meantime, I'm going to ask you to start with our base.
Okay.
So our base is not the standard graham cracker or coconut-based biscuit. We're going to use gingerbread cookies.
I love that. I love that for the festive kind of influence. Is the butter going in the cookies?
Going
Mix it in.
There we go. And the spice from the ginger as well is just going to travel through. So we have it in our filling. We have it in our base as well.
Because that is Christmas, man. Christmas is all about the senses. It's about smelling that it's Christmas. It's about hearing that it's Christmas. A little bit of Boney M as you walk into a house. But what I do like about this is it kind of packs a punch. It's quite dramatic. So you do kind of need something that can form a table centerpiece. It needs to look as good as it tastes, you know?
This is, it gives all of that.
And as you walk into the house, then this is what you're going to be smelling.
Yes, all the spices.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to add some sugar.
All right.
We've got our Salati white sugar going in.
And I see we've gone for quite a robust, thick base here.
Yes.
I like as well. Because I find like the texture of cheesecake can be a little bit too much for me sometimes. I find it's a little bit too creamy, a little too kind of indulgent. So I generally tend towards a fridge cheesecake because it's a bit tartar, it's a little bit lighter. But for this one, I think the layers of indulgence work. And having the extra crunch, that texture is going to make all the difference.
Correct.
Okay, so what's going on? What are you keeping any in the bowl, or are we going to just throw some around?
I'm trying my best. I'm trying my utmost best. So we've got our white sugar in here, some vanilla essence. Then we're going to add our eggs one at a time.
Okay.
While it blends. There we go. And you want to add gradually, just so it can form that smooth consistency.
Okay.
And that plays a key role in the cheesecake.
And I know we're racing through this for the purposes of TV, but when you bake with care and love and a bit of time.
And in a water bath, especially in a water bath. That's what makes a cheesecake for me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it cooks it nice and evenly, and it stops it from curling because we've got some eggs going in.
For sure. Okay, wow, there's a little life hack there.
There we go. And then we're going to add the remaining.
And you can see how that's whipping up now.
Yes.
That's really starting to get body, hey?
There we go. Just going to speed that up. And then in with our spices as well. We've got some ginger.
And we're really letting that carry through everything, which is cool, hey? Because that ginger's going to manifest slightly differently in each layer.
Yes.
So it's not going to just be one solid ginger punch right up your nose. It's going to be subtle flavors in different ways.
They all come in. There we go.
Layering.
There we go. And then once that's all done, I'm going to pour that into our base.
Okay. This base alone just looks amazing. I feel like I'd like to make sheets of this and just chow it, you know?
There we go. And then we're going to pour this in.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Wow. And I can see little flecks of cinnamon and spice
and
through
spices through. And you don't want to waste anything.
No, get on.
There we go.
There we go. If you've got a little spoon.
Spoon for me. And then, there we go.
Can I fill it? Just keep going, yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah, that looks absolutely
then
delectable.
Then we're going to bake this in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes in a water bath.
Okay.
And then once it's done, we're gonna top it with our icing. Sour cream, icing sugar, and a bit of vanilla essence, and that's gonna bring it up again.
Sour cream has been one thing that I've used probably more than anything else this year. I absolutely love it. It's just, maybe it's because I'm not the sweetest tooth out there, so I need something to temper it. But I do enjoy this. I love this kind of vibe for this. The fact that we've got like a bit of balance there.
Yes.
This is for something that comes together in literally 4 minutes. There's a lot going on in this beautiful cheesecake.
There we go. And it's, you see, nice and smooth. And this is almost like a sauce to a cheesecake.
Oh, I love it, man. That's beautiful. And it is going to take the edge off the kind of indulgence of the cake. And then, of course, in our finished product, we have got some gorgeous rose gold leafing. Our food team did an amazing job with that. That's actually spectacular. And what I love about the additive here with the Salati sugar, their range of sugars, in fact, you've got something for every cooking occasion, whether you're baking or simply sprinkling it on top of some of your favorite dishes, on your cereal in the morning. Awesome. Salati White is a dry, free-flowing sugar that contains zero artificial additives. Salati icing sugar, what we've used here, obviously, versatile, allowing you to get creative this festive season, as we have done. I've never seen it used with sour cream before. Come on. And it's got a beautiful powdered texture that makes it the perfect choice for dessert toppings and icings. I know we made it easy for ourselves, but we've created something truly special here, so I hope this is going to be adorning. The centerpiece, in fact, for your festive table.
This is a recipe you want to make for Christmas.
And over and over and over. Beautiful.
With Salati, there's so many ways to sprinkle joy in your kitchen. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, welcome back. We're wrapping up the show, but not before we let you know and ask you the question, are you ready for some festive shopping, an experience of a lifetime, if you will? Well, game stores are answering your wishes this festive season with an exclusive after-hours shopping event that you do not want to miss out on.
Undoubtedly, it's Game Store's Festive Night Out. We love the sound of that, where you have 4 hours to grab 10% off everything in store, including promotional items.
Absolutely. It's happening today, Thursday, the 15th of December, 2022, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. in store only, and with 4 hours to grab as much as you can. Get your hands on the possibilities are endless, man. Come on.
Absolutely beautiful. Just go and do it. I guarantee you're going to find something on your Christmas list there, but you've only got tonight to be able to do it. So make sure that you get going, mobilize the family, get out there and go and score yourself 10% off everything. And I did say promotions as well.
Exactly. All right, T's and C's apply on this promotion and excludes, of course, cellular contracts, VAS products, tobacco and baby formula. But what are you waiting for? Don't miss out on these exciting deals and get down to Game this afternoon from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. to get 10% off everything.
Come on.
Well, as you can see the color on the screen, suddenly the color is here. Did you see what we did there? That's just for you, but this is an incredible song, and I know you're going to love it. This is Cape Town at Christmas, Tracy Carter, the Crush Velvet, and she's going to give this to you. It is authentic and amazing, and this is an original written by Tracy Carter and a certain Ryan Culinary. Wow, I love it. But I'll let Tracy explain to you, but I just figured I'll give you a thank you for your presence. We've got you, Tracy, who is a gift.
Thank you. Yes, you know, we've always grown up looking at the picture of these white Christmases and thinking that that's what Christmas is really all about. And one year I had a white Christmas, and while I was there, all I longed for was my Cape Town Christmas. And so I wrote the song 15 years ago, but it might be the first time you're hearing Cape Town at Christmas.
Cape Town at Christmas is one you can't miss. No, 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 no. Be it the lights down at Lee Street or the 15 different kinds of meat. Cape Town at Christmas. There's nothing like it anywhere else, so they can keep their falling snow, because Camps Bay we go, Cape Town at Christmas is the one for atmosphere when December's drawing near. What do? Houses painted, carpets cleaned, hang new curtains and terraline. Oh, and every time we meet, we discuss what we're going to eat. Oh, and everybody wants their favorite, but don't forget the trifle from Auntie Mavis.
Here's to all those glorious, sweet and savory once-a-year recipes and family memories that makes the season so festive. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.
He's the one for